Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes. Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one.
Let's,
Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and you are watching Unboxing Thursdays. If this is your first time here, what I do every week is I open up some toys and do a live stream with a friend of mine in this hobby, and we get to talk about these really cool things that we buy and collect, and kind of share that conversation with you. And thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I appreciate you. We have everyone watching on YouTube. If you prefer Twitch, this is also available on Twitch, also under Toying Around, and just a lot of fun content here on the channel. If you're new here, unboxings, I have some toy hunts on the channel. Last week I did an unboxing with my friend, the very funny Nigel Downer, and he's on an episode of Hunting Around that I have. Next week, Unboxing Thursdays with a Toy Migo and possibly multiple Toy Migos. What's the plural? Yeah, Toy Migos, plural. And tonight, I just clicked the wrong thing there, but thank you so much for being here. If you have a second, feel free to leave a thumbs up on the video. It costs you nothing. It's just a quick second, and it grossly, immensely helps the channel out. So I appreciate if you have a second to do that. My guest tonight is an incredibly talented photographer, toy collector, a fellow geek of many awesome things, a live streamer, an influencer, definitely a pusher of some sorts. One might call him an enabler in the way that he goes about certain his conduct in different live streams. But you've seen his name on lots of different toy related live streams. He's the host of Legion's Lounge. This is my friend Trevor, but you most likely know him as 1/6 Shooter. Trevor, what's up, man?
His behavior on certain streams.
You know what I'm talking
Elaborate. About. No, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah,
you're have you heard the good word about?
I'm an evangelist, man. I'm an evangelist. I'm just trying to help people. That's all. I'm just going to lead you to the best action figure line that exists today. It's helpful. You know what I mean?
That's what they all say. That's what they all say. Man, thank you so much for coming back here. It's always a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
And you're always in the chat, so it's great to have you back on this side of the screen and talk about. Man, there's so much to talk about because like I said, you're into I'm into Star Wars, you're into Star Wars, you're into Marvel and X-Men and like everything, and
except turtles. I'm just not into turtles. Although I love this guy. I love this little dude, man. These guys are great.
Immediately contradicted himself, but
I know,
okay.
Right? Exactly. Well, some turtles. I'm just not your mainstream turtles. I'm just like not down with the mainstream turtles. They're fine.
You shouldn't judge a whole group based on a few turtles, Trevor. I'm kidding. No, all turtles. I'm messing with you.
All turtles are created equal. They're all good.
Except Leo. I mentioned you are a very talented toy photographer, one of my favorites in the game. And it's super cool of you to come chat with me, and you chat. You're on the Figure Booth podcast. You just share your time and your knowledge with everybody. I think it's super cool, because I think, like myself, a lot of toy photographers look up to your work. And I mentioned you do some enabling, some passive enabling, some very direct. Active. The passive enabling is your photography, which you excel at. For people who don't know, you're the photographer for Four Horsemen, and all the product shots, the promo images are the figures are done by you, and
Mhm.
I think looking at every release, I'm just like, they couldn't have picked a better person, and
Oh, thanks, man.
and it just complements that line really well, your style, and or maybe just you doing it more and more has really, would you say it's shaped it how you do your photos?
Doing Mythic Legions more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shooting Mythic Legions more and more definitely has shaped my style. I mean, when I started with them, I had taken maybe a handful of pictures. The one that they kind of saw and recognized when I went to meet them for the first time, and I went under the pretense it was at a toy show, the New Jersey toy show, and I was under the pretense of like interviewing them for Exclu magazine when that was out, and I was working for them. And they
You were a spy?
remembered.
Or
No.
like you went to, you're like, oh, there's an interview, and then surprise, look at my photos, or they just remembered you from
Oh.
that interaction.
Oh, that was my end around, man. That was my definitely in the back of my head when I went there.
Nice.
But I showed him the orc on the throne, which is probably maybe maybe one of the 5th or 6th photos I did with Mythic Legions, and they recognized it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we saw that, we love that." So I had a good conversation with them, and then they invited me to G-Con, which is their version of. They don't go to SDCC. It's just, for them, it's like it's expensive. They got to drag a lot of stuff across the country, so
Mhm.
they don't really need it. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people need it anymore, but I mean, it's great to go to. I'm getting there this year. You're going, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
I gotta
23.
get there, man. I gotta get
Yeah.
there. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
It
So
seemed like you started planning already.
no, it's been in the back of my head. No, I didn't get tickets, and I've seen tickets on sale for like ridiculous amounts of money.
Mhm.
But there's got to be somebody out there who's not able to go, who's willing to sell them for, twice the price. I don't know. Anyway, went to G-Con, started talking to them about I got kind of bold, and I said, listen, your products are great. Your photography is not doing them justice, basically, which is what everybody says now, even about my photos.
Who?
Because they're great
Who said
figures.
that?
Because they're great figures. Oh, everybody. It's a running joke
Okay.
that the photos don't do them justice. Because they're great in hand. They are great. When you get them in hand, they're like so cool. So anyway, they said, yeah, we agree. And would you like to do the, stuff for us? I'm like, yeah. So that was that. And then, yeah, having done them a lot, it's definitely shaped my style. And yeah, I mean, they're my muse, man. I love them. I love shooting a lot of stuff, but I always default to them. Like, I come down here and look around at all the hot toys and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot Mythic Legions again.
all those beautiful hot toys.
All this beautiful
Not
hot
that,
toys.
Mythic is not, but I mean, just real quick, we'll look at some more photos later, but stuff like this is incredible.
Thanks.
It's like a painting almost.
Well, I appreciate that because, and I appreciate when people say that, because that's kind of what I'm going for. Like, I'm like really into. I've always been into fantasy art. Frazetta, Boris Vallejo, the Hildebrand brothers, all those D&D guys. What's his name? Anyway, the D&D artists from the 70s and stuff. Very, very much influenced by those, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I think I've gotten to the point where I've got a little bit of a style now. I never thought I did, but I think I kind of have one now. So yeah, so it's great to hear when people say that it looks like a painting or a screen grab from a game or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I've achieved what I wanted to do. So
The look you're going for.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so if you're not already, follow 16 Shooter on Instagram. We could talk about YouTube in a little bit. But first, let's see, what are you opening tonight?
Oh, well, I think based on popular demand, let me go through. I put up a poll, and the responses I got from the picture I had was, I'd like to see the, I don't even know how to say this, the name of this company, the Zesray Combatant. So that's the, where did I put it?
I'm glad I full screen.
LA Comic-Con, the LA Comic-Con exclusive. So shout out to Cheney 180. Josh picked this up for me at LA Comic-Con. I like that line too. I haven't done much with it, but I really like it. I have the Hush Harlequin somebody put, but basically everybody said this dude right here, which just came in literally today, and I was very happy that it did because I'm very excited to open it up, and I think everybody kind of wants to see it. So this is Mezco's Theodore Sod Cutter, their new Gangrene Estates line, I guess. I guess this is like the new Rumble Society type of thing. And the other one was Mafex Classic.
I didn't know they were doing new boxes for that. I'm like, did everyone? At the first one, I thought I saw that box. I thought it was a bootleg, and then I saw everyone. No, the Spider-Man.
Oh, the Spider-Man. Yeah.
The previous ones were bigger boxes, right?
Yeah, this is a weird, like thicker and more,
narrow,
less wide. Yeah, more narrow. Yeah, it's a good word.
I thought it was fake, and then I'm like, why is everyone buying the same fake Spider-Man? And I think I saw too many before it finally clicked. No, I'm stupid.
I do have this. I've been getting into these, man. It's
nice,
sick. You got a couple of these, right?
Yeah, and then I got the Razor Crest, and then I'm like, what am I doing with my life? So I'm
I know
reconfiguring, reassessing everything, re everything. That's the sigh, because I'm like, oh, this is a cool kit. And in the background, there's a giant Razor Crest. It's that meme where the guy's looking over there and he's walking with his girl. Yeah, exactly. Like, what am I doing?
I have these guys, but this is kind of elaborate, and it's this is the Furious 4, and I got the, what the hell is this thing called at this point? It's been so many months since I ordered this. This is the Wave Rider, I think it's called, the 2000 League, the Wave Rider thing.
20,000 leagues under
20,000. Well, 2,000, 20,000. It rides on top of the water, so it doesn't make a difference. I did get these two, and you guys, you picked these up, right?
Oh, you got the box set. Very nice.
Oh, you got the single?
I got just a single, but I
haven't opened it yet.
3-pack at some point.
I just cracked it open just to look at them, and wow,
yeah,
those are nice.
Impressive, really, right?
Really nice. Very impressive.
Cool. People in the chat, let me know what you want to see Trevor open first. He did a IG poll, I guess, and people chose Theodore Ruxpin. I don't know what his name is, but I saw one thing on Discord. The only thing I've seen about that figure, some guy broke the arm bending the elbow, so be careful. Just one guy. I'm not saying it's
Sod Cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just be careful.
Was that hedgehog action? Was that Jonathan? Was that the one you watched?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Someone's screenshotted it, but that's cool. Let me know in the chat. Speaking of the chat, let's see who's here. We're a little bit into the chat. We have Cholo Figs was here. He said, "This is going to be great. Please talk Legions and more." Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. We have channel members Sam Rock, Loki, Dom Muchiciato, Toy Malarkey, Nightmare Nemo. What's up? Stream Elements is here. Trevor is here. Says, "Hey kids." Dwayne Shoots Toys, what's going on? D Sertle, Innocent, D Blake makes AI's collectibles. Mr. Ryan Clark became a new member.
Thank you. Far too kind.
I don't know if that's new or welcome to
I think that's new.
Thank you for joining. Awesome. Appreciate the support. Gross Fidelity, B Rivera, AI's collectibles. D Blake makes is here. RMD Collective, Toy Rensu, David de la Huerta, Mild.
Oh yeah, that's
Mild Reporter.
Yep, that's Carl. He's a friend of mine.
How's it going, Carl? Friend of Trevor. Welcome.
I don't know if he wants his name out there, but that's his name. Sorry, Carl.
Like if that was actually Clark Kent, and you're like, "Hey, that's that guy Kal-El." Oh,
I don't. That would have been better.
Well, anyway, thanks for being
here.
Man Mountain 275 is over on Twitch. Thank you for being here. Captain McKay Random. Yoko, welcome back.
Hey,
I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. As far as intros go, it seems like Kev was prepared for once. Yes, absolutely. First time.
Harsh critic.
Episode 130. You know, it's a steep.
Finally got it.
Steep learning curve. 796 Studios, right here. What's going on, Mario? We will see you shortly. In a few weeks, I guess. Pablo Lopez, Toy Box Photography, says hello. What's up, Rad Toyologist? Bearded Build is here. What's up, I know his name. Should I put his real name out there? I mean, you.
I always do. I yell
one of the
it
cool
because he yells my name with like 5 exclamation points, and then I just put his
Okay.
name. I don't anymore because I don't know if he wants it out there. So
You don't
I
care.
out everybody, man.
NYC figure fanatic, legendary poser. How's it going? Toy Malarkey. Thank you so much for sharing on IG. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Prime to the First says steak, and a chicken.
Yeah, we got a little beef, Prime and I. We got a little something going on. Beef and
Chicken steak.
Chicken and beef.
Fried steak.
You have to watch. You have to watch their show to find that out.
I have to catch up.
Mhm.
Nico Hodges here. It's a good thing I already forgot his name because you put it out there and you didn't want to. Pancheezy, what's
Hello.
good, man? That's good, Pancho. Loki, Matt Logic
Pancheezy.
44, AZ Toy Hunters Guild, and we had Mr. Ryan Clark joined, and Alexander Eagleson has been a member for 11 months on YouTube. That is crazy. Thank you so much for supporting the content. Says, hey Kevin. I can't click that message for some reason, but I did not miss it, and I'm proud of myself. Thank you. Thank you for speaking of channel members.
Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. Speaking of channel members, if you would like to support the content, there's a join button down below on YouTube. It gives you access to the special emojis we have in the chat and early access to some content, some channel members exclusive content. And this December 29th, there is a channel members only giveaway episode. So one of the prizes is this retro carded animated series Spider-Man, and I just announced a second prize today. Is this it? TMNT Ultimate Muckman with what's his name? Joe Eyeball? Joe
Yeah.
Eyeball, the glow green edition, courtesy of the lovely folks at Super 7. And yeah, if you're a channel member on or before December 29th, I have your names on the list. I'll add you to a draw and we'll win some prizes. And that day, I'll try to invite some people who want to come on and we can chat for a few minutes and open some toys. Still got to figure that out because there's a good response, which I think is pretty cool. People want to come chat and hang out for a bit, but make sure you have a toy to open.
And pants.
And well, yeah,
Well, as long as your camera.
as long as
Yeah,
you're
fine.
sitting. Yeah. What I'm opening tonight, and I thought it was perfect because you're here. It was just in time. The Mythic Legions
Awesome.
Father Christmas, which is he
Actually-
or is he not Santa?
He is. First of all, it's Figura Obscura. So Figura Obscura, which is really not Mythic
Oh, the-
Legions.
Yes.
It's a side line so that they can kind of do stuff that they can't do in Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions, and just stuff that they want to do. So it was a lot of consternation on when they put it up. It sold really well, but a lot of people in the the Mythic Legions groups were like, "Oh, we wanted a barbarian Santa. We wanted a guy with armor and stuff like that." And that's not what this line is. This line is even though Krampus and the Headless Horseman kind of had armor on them, it's really classic myths, and it could be a witch, you know what I mean, like Bathory or something like that, or it could be the Bigfoot or whatever. So
yeah,
it
I think
could be a
that's
lot
cool.
of things. So it's not strictly Mythic Legions, but yes,
It's
it is
made by
Santa Claus, but
the-
it's Father Christmas. It's really
The makers
That-
of Mythic Legions, Four Horsemen Studios. But yes, thank you for that correction. You're
NYC. It's like actually that wasn't actually
wait, where's the actually emoji?
actually.
There you go. That's Trevor right there. But yeah, I ordered two, one for Bearded. So Bearded, come get your stuff. And I mentioned to you earlier, he comes with a Christmas card.
Which
I opened the box from the bottom and I see an envelope. I'm like, oh, look at this. Isn't this nice? A personalized note. And I open it and it's a photo of Père Noël.
beautiful. Yep.
And oh, how did they know this was my order? This is crazy. And then inside is just an empty.
Insert your own fan note there.
Oh man, ego checked so fast.
You could have
yeah,
just
that's
filled
cool.
that out this afternoon, and like nobody would have really known. I mean,
Dear Kevin, you are the greatest.
you're awesome. We really love your show, and we'd like you to get more Mythic Legions.
We love your show and how often you talk about Mythic Legions and how you collect so much of our product.
Thanks for letting Trevor in the chat sideline enable everybody into buying.
Yoko said that sounds like professional enabling. So we're gonna figure that out. We have Steven Schrupp. Pardon me if
Schrupp.
didn't pronounce that correctly, but
Hello there.
thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And you can become a channel member. It goes for 1 month, and then you're entered into the draw on the 29th. And hopefully you enjoy the content. You can stay on. Other people, you have an option of gifting a membership to other people in the chat, and they can experience the awesomeness of being part of the Butter Nation for the channel members for a month. Who else is here? Tommy K. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you. Literally Action Figs is here. Nico says I gotta wear pants, then I cancel my invites. Well, I invited you.
Don't stand up.
Yeah.
So.
He's like, no way. We're gonna get into a heated talk about beef patty and crust and cocoa bread.
Oh Jesus, let's not start on that. Good God.
Actually, it's so I have that to open. I have from last week that I didn't get a chance to get to. This is the Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Do you have the figure arts or the legends of this one?
No, I don't. I just have to pick and choose what I get, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like it's tempting. So was the first cover. What do they call that one? The first issue Spider-Man.
First appearance
put out
with the spider.
That looked really nice.
It's one of my favorites.
But again, like I'm up to probably 4 or 5 classic Spider-Man looks over there. You know what I mean? Then you got symbiote Spider-Man, and like I'm just kind of done, man. You know what I mean? Like what else do I need? I need a hot toy Spider-Man, and that's all. And then I'm kind of done for Spider-Man. I think.
Shout outs to Live in La Vida Yoko. They've been subscribed for 19 months on Twitch. Yoko, have we been friends for that long? That's amazing. Thank you, Yoko. That's all I have. We have Hedgehog Action, new name in the chat. Welcome.
Yeah, that's Jonathan. He's a big Mythic Legions guy. He just actually reviewed. Go check him out on YouTube. He actually reviewed this guy. I think he was one of the first people to do it. I don't know if he was the
nice.
First people. He's a new. He's a little closer to me to the studio than I am for Mezco, so I think he got it first.
Did you get crazy snow today?
No, we got no snow. We got rain. I think we're getting snow on Christmas Eve, which is awesome, man. Like, do you guys have snow at this point up there or no?
I got like a snow. It's like a snowstorm today, but it's the wet snow and it's really heavy to shovel.
That's the worst. That's the worst. And the snow blowers don't work in that stuff.
No, because it's just like diarrhea everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I love snow, but I mean, for about 2 months, and then I'm done in February. I could deal without it.
No, that's the opposite in Canada. It's like 2 months of summer. Yeah. Hedgehog Action says, I want more snow. Come visit Canada. We have plenty. Jason Lowe is in the chat. How's it going, Jason? Hope to see you soon.
Jason.
Doombot 9000. Speaking of, you mentioned a lot of artists earlier, and I want to do a quick plug. I did a video. I was just cleaning, and I found I had an extra set of the Fleer 95 X-Men cards, and I'm like, you know what? I wonder if this would be cool. Would people be interested in seeing some of these cards? So I did a quick. Thank you. I did a quick run through of the base set, and just seeing it again and seeing some of these names and revisiting the artwork, like it's crazy stuff. And you mentioned the Hildebrandt brothers that you dig their art. Seeing
Did they do anything in this set?
There's a bunch of the fight cards near the end.
I wasn't sure if it was this set or I don't remember. Yeah, I was watching it. I did watch the video, but I wasn't.
I believe you.
No, I watch everything during the day, and I'm working and I'm watching and working and watching and stuff. So yeah, I couldn't remember if they did a lot in this set, because they did a lot in one set. I actually have.
Yeah, see right here. This apocalypse.
Oh yeah. There you go, Tim. Now Tim, well, Greg and Tim, but Tim passed away. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of incredible artists, and I was mentioning, like, seeing recent card sets. Sometimes it feels like they're just grabbing comic artwork.
Yeah.
I know they have masterpieces.
Oh, there you
recently,
go.
right?
That's Hilda
Yeah,
right
Fatal
there, yeah.
Attractions. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's wild. Like, okay, I got something to show you then. This is like one of my first Hilda. This is a card. This is
Yeah,
a
you
Star Wars
posted it
card.
the other day, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, no, this is something I bought a while ago, but then I did buy that's a print. I did buy an original sketch of one of the Star Wars card designs, and they actually have that original sketch for that Magneto versus Wolverine available
way.
like right now. It's like $200 for the sketch. I mean,
That's-
it's rough. It's a rough sketch. It doesn't look as good as that, obviously, but
Mhm.
it's pretty cool to own something that they actually drew. You know what I mean? It's it's pretty amazing, and that's a cool set to have it from. So.
Yeah, I have a few more card sets, so maybe if you're interested in more content like that, let me know in the comments. Let me know.
Dig it,
Voice
yeah.
your opinion on the video. Leave a thumbs
Say
up,
yes.
thumbs down. Say yes. Trevor wants more. We have Detour Customs.
You're generous.
Thank you so much for the super
That's
chat.
Steph.
Says, eggnog money for my two faves. Oh, that's so nice. Trevor just cheers everyone through the mic. Cheers. Is a sloshy heavy snow? I don't know. No snow for Loki. Oh yeah, you're not here. Jason. Yeah, Steph, man. Steph does a lot of great Mythic Legions
He's awesome.
custom accessories, right? And weapons.
Yep. He's a talented dude, the nicest dude you'd ever want to meet, and he's just a great guy. Yes, and he's Detour Customs online if you want to follow him and go to his website and buy some really cool. He makes these massive weapons, man. I don't have it nearby me, but
Yeah.
just beautiful.
If you're watching
weapons.
this right now for Trevor and you know him because of Mythic Legions and all that stuff, go check out Detour Customs on IG. He has a website. Just beautiful weapons that you can accessorize your Mythic Legions with. Captain McKay Random says, Kev, are you going to go back and grab the 94 set as well? I think I have the 94 set or another one, but this one I have two complete sets, so that's why I was going through it, and I thought I'd make a video. But Jason says, shout outs to Julie Bell. She did some great artwork in that set.
Yeah.
The coolest thing was making the video and then people messaging me like, "Oh, I had those cards. I love these cards." And I
think I have them back.
At it. And then Euler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think
I
I
was
have
just saying Euler. You should go organize or.
I think
put 'em out
they're
or
in
something.
sleeves, but I don't know if I ever had complete sets. I wasn't really always too worried about getting complete sets for some reason. I don't know, but
No, as a kid I wasn't either, but
no,
now
it was. Yeah, I know.
as a older collector, it's like I can't stand these gaps in the set. But Euler's messaged me and he's like, "Oh, Julie Bell was like a bodybuilder, and a lot of her female characters, I think, was, I don't know, did she use herself as I forget what he told me.
She did
but,
the
like,
She-Hulk, right? I mean, she did some She-Hulk stuff in there, or no? She did.
maybe in another set. There's no She-Hulk in the
Okay.
set, but I think like the more realistic looking paintings of like Psylocke and
Yeah,
and
yeah. That was the
Emma
one. Yeah.
the White Queen
Mm-hmm.
were
That was a
yeah
great set, man. I
the
gotta dig that out.
spring break subset was a little bit unusual.
Yeah, that was weird with the Wolverine and the hot dog. Didn't you have that one in there? Like
yes, it's card 149.
it's quite suggestive.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that. What's
No,
up,
not at all.
Bad Wolf Media? Yoko says what? I don't know what that's in reference to. We have Josh MC in the chat. A lot of new names. Great to see everyone here. All right, so what should we open first? What are you? You're doing.
I think I'm
Mezco.
gonna do sod cutter first. I don't know. Should I save that for last? I don't want to wait until like we've talked and like, oh shit, we forgot to open it. So I think maybe I'll open it. There's a lot of stuff in here, so it's probably gonna take a little while.
I've opened Mezco on stream, and I feel like I don't get to fully appreciate the product because I'll play with the figure a little bit, right?
Right.
But there's so many accessories that, like, sometimes I might not get to it till after the stream or in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of good accessories in those toys.
Nobody really wants to see every hand out of 12 hands that they come
Wait,
with.
you don't want to see
I'll spare you that.
Gomez hands?
No, but it did come with this, which I'm intrigued by because it's not a Mezit little tinfoil Mezit thing. I don't remember what this is supposed to be unless something didn't make it into the. It feels like there's a Mezit in there, so this is going to be, a mystery opening. I don't know if anybody's gotten these.
Nope.
Maybe it's maybe it's a handwritten note to me.
And what they rolled it into a scroll?
It's just a.
What does this say?
It's a pin.
Stinkle?
The stinkles are the little, completely black or white little Mezit guys. They're bigger than the Mezits are. And then there's a Mezit, which I'm going to assume is maybe green. Oh, that would be cool. And then stickers.
Nice.
No note, Kev. No. Thanks. We appreciate your work.
Well, Trevor, looks like you're going to have to keep stepping up your game and taking more photos because you didn't get a blank card.
No, I didn't.
You got actual stuff.
I didn't.
I'm going to open this Father Christmas.
Yeah, dude, do it. Wow. Instructions, Kev.
I feel like the downside of having someone on here who is like a longtime viewer of the chat is just you have so much artillery to use against me. It's just been nonstop.
Rope can be wrapped around figure to lie.
To lie?
No, wait a minute. Figure to the tombstone to figure's back. I don't even know. I'm not sure that's English. Rope can be wrapped around figure to to tie tombstone. Jesus Christ, this is small. It's very dark in here. Gently bend arms at elbows. Make sure arms joint is
that's somebody didn't do that.
Rotated to correct direction. You know what? That's what happened to me on my Gordon, Commissioner Gordon. I opened it up and I bent the first arm forward, and then I bent the next arm forward, and they had put it on backwards, and it snapped immediately.
Oh no!
I didn't even touch the thing.
Wait, so that instruction specifically says
make sure it's rotated. But like you've really got to feel that because like you can't just you can't see it. There's sleeves over it. So that was the same thing with Gordon. I just his hand is in the right position. So
yeah, because
it was a learning lesson for sure. Yeah, it was definitely a learning lesson.
That is unfortunate.
Decapitated head can be stored in bag.
I mean that you don't need instructions for that.
I knew that years ago. Okay.
I can't get my toy camera on. All your camera problems are passing over to me. All right, we'll just do it.
There's so many heads with this thing, man. Holy shit.
How many are in there?
I don't know. Let's see. So this is tray number 1. Looks great on camera.
Yeah, see, I don't need instructions. Mr. Ryan Clark says, I have some 95s, but missing 2 cards for a complete 94 set. Man.
You know what's killing me about that? Like when I saw cards started going crazy and people were all about some of those original Marvel and X-Men sets.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them and it's just like with the comic books. So I've sent some comic books in for grading and I mean, I worked in a comic book shop for a while when I was in college, and I would take the best copy and I would put it immediately into a bag and board, and I stuck it into a box, a acid-free box, and it sat there. I never cracked the thing open, and it was pristine. And I would get these things back graded, and it'd be like, it's a 9.4. Like a 9.4. The fuck is that 9.4? There's nothing wrong with this thing at all. I checked it, like, so, and then I'm looking at the cards and it's the same thing. Like, so I'm looking at every one of the cards I got, like, oh no, the border's not even. That's worthless. It's worthless. it's not gonna be not that that's the point, but like I was just like, hey, maybe I can unload these things, but like, no.
I've been watching too many Pokemon card videos lately, and they grade a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
they're
harsh,
kind of
man. I think you gotta know somebody. Oh, look at this guy. Holy shit.
Here you go.
Yeah,
oh, okay. This whole thing comes off. A book jacket. I imagine this is what books are like, but it's like a diorama.
Wait, what does that mean? I imagine.
I imagine if
you don't
read
read.
books,
That's right. You don't read books. That's
I imagine.
Right. That's a callback that I forgot.
Come on, we're quizzing you here.
Stand with him.
Highly articulated. How's it going? Says pizza crust is just bread with a privileged upbringing.
Oh, can we not go down the pizza crust?
Is that the incredibly talented 1/6 shooter?
Is that the incredibly talented Cap Lives?
Cap Lives, man. Just solid photos every day. Sure. Kirby Kai is here. What's up? What book? Yeah, this is not a book.
ACBA guys out there.
Yeah, you're on You're in the chat in like every show. Even
I know. I really gotta get a life, man.
No, this is it. It's fine. It's just it's cool that you can put out such awesome work and still have time to do check out the chat. You're in Jason's chat with the previously on X-Men.
Let me tell you something right now. Well, you've got an audience because there's like 4 or 5 of us that are regulars there.
Yes,
that is a great show, man. I mean, first of all, if you're into comic books, like this is an education. You know what I mean? To go back, they're reading these things. Jason knows a lot about the art and the techniques that the artists use, and that's always like fascinating to me. They're both great at doing voices, and that's like probably my favorite part of the entire show. So definitely go check that out, man. Group of 7 Comics on YouTube, and their comics, the Peregrines is a great comic too, and they're doing like little daily strips like now. It's really cool. It's like nobody remembers this, but there used to be comics in the paper, and like Star Wars, and like you would read like three or 4 panels of a Star Wars story, and then the next day you would read the next panels. And they're doing that on Instagram, which I love. I love that idea. But it's a great show, man. Join us because we have fun.
Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern. Group of 7 Comics on YouTube. And like you said, they're just reading X-Men comics that kind of brought the franchise to where it is today. I guess like key moments, key issues, things like that.
And some of them are not great. and when they're not, it's more fun because we just make more fun of them and we have fun with the voices and stuff like that. So great.
The voices are great. Jason's
Lowe there all the time. Prime's there a lot. Bearded Builds is there every once in a while. It's great, man. It's fun. If you don't catch it live, catch it on the replay because it's fun.
All right, this is Father Christmas. 2 heads, slightly longer, not slightly, almost double length beard. A elf doll, drum, trumpet. Again, why am I doing this in the package? I could take this out. I think it's cool it comes with a tree, though.
Yeah, the tree, I'm going to be honest, it's okay.
That's it?
Yeah, the tree is probably the least of everything, but,
There's all these cool accessories, and I'm like, ooh.
It's a nice... I know, you're like, ooh, a tree. It's like one of those bottle brush trees, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's nice. It's nice to have. I think a lot of people are using this to like literally as a Christmas decoration. Like they're putting it up, like their wives or their significant others are like, yeah, you can put that up in the room. It's finally an action figure that they can display in there.
If you had a battle armored Santa, that's not gonna fly.
Not really. No, who wants like a big fat, armored Santa with a bloody axe? I mean, it just
that really his jacket. That's not the color. That's somebody's blood.
It detracts from the spirit of the holiday, I think, a little bit. Well, although every one of my so I usually do like a Mythic Legions themed Christmas image every year, and every year it's been something like bloody. Like last year was it was Santa Claus, and it was a Santa that I made. It was custom that had claws, and he's like really ripping the guts out of a goblin. So I don't know what compels me to do that. But
I don't know. There's some repressed experiences in there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know why my first instinct was to check this pocket to see if it was real. I put my finger.
Yeah, they're real pockets. So you can put the little elf in there. The trumpet fits in there.
I'm assuming CJ posted. He did this. He worked on the code, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, it's just it's like a old school looking Santa. It's not your,
it's not the Coca-Cola Santa.
Exactly. But it works. Like it's got crossover appeal, I guess, or not for some of the more hardcore fans that want something from Four Horsemen that's bloody.
So what's great about this, and if you look at if you're in the Cabal, or if you join the Cabal, or just glance at the Cabal, whatever you want to do, there are people already taking pieces from this, because you can take that code off and it will fit a bigger figure. You know what I mean? It'll fit one of the big 1.0. The bodies are like, there's a 1.0 body, which is more of the barbarian, and this is a 2.0 body, which is more of like the elf bodies. So people have taken the jacket off, the coat off, and put it on a bigger, bulky barbarian body. So you got bare-chested Santa with a jacket and a sword and stuff. So, I mean, it's a great figure, even if you want to just customize. I mean, I put my own, I painted a custom head a while back, Santa Claus, and I put that on mine. I don't know if I'll keep it on there, but like, I got a couple of them, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so this is a little more traditional, Coca-Cola Santa Claus, except for the little things in his beard. But
we have Nate Strong in the chat. Corona
Nate,
4, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in.
He's my co-host on Legion's Lounge.
Absolutely,
and an excellent photographer, also of Mythic Legions and many other things.
Also, very talented photographer for sure. Go check him out too. Tenio Toys is here. How's it going?
It does a little bit, yeah. It's got like a flocking on it. Not bad. It's not bad though.
Hedgehog Action says your lighting is bad because there's too many hot toys in the way, and can't see.
If I turn the light down halfway on this, it flickers because they're LEDs. So
yeah,
camera picks up that craziness. So I can't do anything about it.
Even this
guy has
Jonathan armory boots down here.
Yeah, so it's a Mythic Legions body. It's an armored body. And
got the.
It's interesting because when I take the pictures of these things, I'm taking them. And I also want to shout out to D Amazing, because he did a review on this. Dorkler did a review, and I think Toybro did a review too. But D, out of those three guys, D's, a photographer. I mean, those other guys take some nice photos, but D's, he's a toy photographer. So I took it and did kind of what they wanted. And that's what, I was talking to the figure booth guys about, like, you have a directive, like they wanted to make this that traditional Father Christmas, they wanted some interior shots, by a tree and outside in the snow and stuff. And D took it, and I don't think they would have objected to this, but I was in such a mindset that I didn't even think about it. And he took him and like made him into like this, badass. He put a sword or something in his hand, and he made him like fighting Krampus. So and it looked great. Like, so like you could take it. It doesn't have to be this, Christmassy old man. I mean, it looks cool with a sword in its hand or a spear or something like that. So you can do that.
For what I understand, Santa's sack is a surprise.
It's not a surprise
like-
anymore. You can
It's not. I
cat's
can
out
open
of the
it.
bag, literally.
Oh, okay. We have a. Is this a crown?
Yeah, it goes on a specific. You got to kind of look at the profile of it. Yeah, there. Upside down, I think. Turn.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it does sit well on there. You just have to get it on the right
Yeah,
way.
see.
Yeah,
I know toys, guys. I know
Yeah.
toys.
Kevin doesn't need
RMD says,
instructions.
yeah, I don't need instructions. There are none in here. You don't need it. Are you picking up Hot Toys? You said you're not getting another Hot Toys Anakin, right? Or did you change your mind already?
Dude, that Anakin looks incredible. It is probably the best sculpt that they've done. I'm trying to think of since who, which.
Did they need to do the little hairs hanging down on the forehead? Like, if they didn't include that,
Why wouldn't you?
would you be okay with it? Was it
Well, why wouldn't
sculpted
you?
in?
Though?
Is it sculpted
Yeah, it's
in?
sculpted. Yeah,
Mhm.
but it looks good. You don't like it?
I don't know if I'm a fan of that
Really?
part. It's not like a deal breaker for me, but I don't know.
Are you picking it up?
I don't know. I haven't decided. I want to get I want to get Padme for sure, but it's
Well-
June 24, I think.
Oh yeah,
Something like
you're
that?
not going to see it for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, you don't need to. I say this, you really don't need to pre-order anytime soon.
Now.
You know what I mean? You can
Right.
really wait on Hot Toys these days.
Are there any that sell out and then you're like, "Oh, you should have got it back then because now that it's releasing."
It's generally the exclusive stuff, like the toy fair things that they do,
Right.
But even this guy came back too. Everybody, I paid the Hong Kong iron price for this guy, and then eventually he came back up on Sideshow for sale, for his regular price. But this is a cool.
Hold on. Let me there.
So, and I know they did the Hasbro version of that too.
Right.
I didn't pick that up.
Arena Boba Fett or something?
Arena Fett, yeah. Look at this guy. Look at this dude, man. Look at these heads.
Wow.
So what's cool is it comes with, how some of them come with comic books. This comes with this is a totally EC Comics, which was the Tales from the Crypt and stuff like that. And it's so cool. I do love that. It's got the Fabio will be studying this. He'll have his red string out and his pins on the wall and stuff, and figuring out what the clues are. I'm sure if he hasn't already. But this is cool. I mean, this is really evokes that EC Comics look, man. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Anyone else in the chat pick up this figure?
Oh, Nate, you haven't got
Wizard?
You haven't got your shipping yet. Okay.
No.
Look at these hands. These hands are nuts.
The two crowns are the same, says Tenio.
They are the same, yeah.
Okay.
That was a factory error, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you get two crowns, so I mean, I guess. That's an error.
What's this? Is this just a log?
A log?
What is this?
Oh, that goes on the bottom of the tree. So there's a stand for the tree that's like a snow stand. You got to kind of like screw it on there, sort of.
Oh, right here, the base, and then
Yeah. Again, it's a lot of work for not a very impressive tree. That's the only thing that's not like. That's the only thing that I was like, yeah, it's all right.
I need to take lessons from 1/6 shooter on doing toy photography, but I can only afford 1/12 scale stuff, so I only need to be half as good. The math checks out.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
only
God
need to
Wolf.
teach you like half of the techniques then too.
All of his photos is just black on one side.
That's right. Yeah. focus. This guy is, I gotta say, man, this is pretty freaking cool.
What horns am I supposed to be careful of?
Horns?
People are saying, "Oh, this horn?
Yeah, it can break.
Is this not a trumpet?"
It is a trumpet, which is a horn.
Which is a horn, I
Type-
guess.
type of horn.
I'm actually.
Actually.
It is a brass instrument.
Supposed
Yeah,
to
it
be
does
taken-
feel a little bit, just because it's so thin.
It can
I get it.
flex, but if you flex it too much, it's gonna break. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle has that problem with his weights.
Shout out to Kyle, man. Like, well, not shout out to Kyle. I just want to say hi to Kyle.
Oh my god,
I just like Kyle.
you can say shout out and then take it back. You're like, no,
I
don't
mean,
want
well,
to.
no, shout out to Kyle.
Oh.
I mean, he's great. Like, he's been doing great with them. I love the metal stuff that Super 7's putting out. I want to see more of that. I had my Dio shirt on this morning, but like, I was doing some stuff. It's got a little sweaty, so I put something else on. But I wanted to remind him that I want a Dio figure. So, shout out to Kyle.
Yeah, shout outs to Kyle, but not really.
Kyle, no, not really.
Not well.
I want to know if is he in the chat? Have we seen him yet or no?
No, where are you, Kyle? Getting all these shout
I
outs.
want to know if he saw the documentary that was called.
Rescinded shout outs.
I take that back. Unshout.
This is cool. Oh, dead. Another
Yeah.
satchel full of goodies.
So again, like that's a very classic, turn of the century type toys and stuff like that. So I mean, that's what they're going for. They're going for that classic Father Christmas.
Little drumsticks for this thing. I believe it's called a drum.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
this is-
see. Holy shit.
Hold on, let's see. There's good detail in here.
Oh yeah. Paint's amazing, man. What they do with paint is incredible
Yeah, that's another thing from
on a production level.
Four Horsemen. I love the paint detail. Obviously, the sculpts on all the figures.
So I didn't read instructions, but apparently this thing has. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with the neck because it wouldn't come out. And I guess it's got light up features for eyes. It's got LEDs for certain heads have light up eyes. This is the problem with Mezco, man. You put it in your cart and you buy it, and then you have to go back and see what the hell you bought because you don't even know.
You rush. You check out. You make sure your credit card information is in, and then you go, all right, what did I buy?
Exactly.
What did I buy?
And then months later, you're like, wait a minute, what the hell was this? Or years later.
No, months later.
Years.
Well, that can only work if you got the figure years later, but since it hasn't happened
Yeah, exactly.
yet, so it's still a hypothetical.
I don't.
Nico Hodge says shout in, the opposite of a shout out.
Shouting to Kyle.
Just acknowledging that he exists, but no props given is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, Rick Jones says the Dio memorabilia in that documentary was amazing. Dio needs a modern figure. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's got this with the big, like a shepherd looking vibe going on.
Mm-hmm. And the lantern, of course, fits on the end of that. So when you get to that.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the tip.
Yeah.
Let's
So much
see. I
stuff
don't
with
collect
this guy,
Mezcos because of the price and space, but I would totally get a Rocketeer if they made it.
Yeah, Rocketeer would be cool. That'd be that's a good call out for Mezco, man. Rocketeer would be a great figure for them to do. So we get
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads. 6 heads with this guy.
6 heads? Poncheezy still here?
So 6 heads?
Yeah, this is
Stupid.
cool. Look how cool this is.
Stupid.
The lantern at the end of his
Yeah.
walking
I'm waiting for somebody to light that up with an LED and like wire it.
all the heads light up. Says your friend whose name I've forgotten. Toy Talk is in the chat.
Just
What's up,
forget.
Toy Talk?
Hey, what's up, man?
someone else mentioned. Oh, Josh MC with a brown robe. Father Christmas will make a great hermit from the Taro inside of Led Zeppelin 4. What's up, DK? Good to see you.
I think somebody did that with it. I think somebody took a picture like that. Led Zeppelin was a band. Kev.
Was?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Good to know. Good to know.
I just like to bust your balls. You young people.
You're the one who's in the chat, although always going, "What's up, fellow kids?"
It's my tagline now. You like.
It
I
is.
love that. You laugh so
Yes.
hard. I'm like, I gotta keep that.
It's the best. I'm so glad you stuck with it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Because, you know, you're not going to get younger. Sorry.
Young at heart.
Hey, what's up, Mike Hex? Okay, so should I open the... Is there anyone in the chat who objects to me opening this?
Spoiler alert.
Because if you do, just close your eyes and ears, nose, and mouth for 2 minutes. You can still breathe.
So what was your favorite Christmas gift you ever got? Do you remember like Christmas gifts that you got, or
GoldenEye for N64?
I think you said that before, because when you said, I remember you talking about this. Either you were talking about it just because you love the game, but yeah,
I do love
that
the
was
game.
a cool
but
game. That was a cool.
when
game.
I got it, I ran around the house like 4 times. I think that's my most favorite. Oh, there's
which is interesting, because how old were you when you got that?
I don't know when it came out.
But I mean, we were old. Had you seen the movie? I know you're a James Bond fan, but like
I think I have.
Probably you were young when that came out, though.
Yeah, I mean that might speak to how spoiled I was as a child. That like the thing that I remember most that I like from Christmas is, you know, not as a young child, because I did have a lot of toys. I have most of them too, so that's the one where I remember celebrating the most.
It's just GoldenEye. Like it's like, you know, it's like as a kid you'd think like E.T. or that was a crappy game, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a weird game to like, oh my god, yeah, GoldenEye, James Bond. Like it was a cool game. It's a weird
Odd
game
Job.
for, like, a little
Slaps
kid to
only.
be like.
Come on.
True.
Golden gun mode. Yeah. Okay, this is cool. So you get a helmet for battle mode when
yeah, so this is do I have this up here? Oh, I don't, but I think Four Horsemen have it up.
Is this a helmet that has been used before, or is it exclusive, brand new to this set?
Like Instagrasm, which is like probably something, and I don't want to go on to. Instagasm.
Oh, I've been there.
I'm trying to pull it up here because I know they have a picture of it up there. I think.
Did that?
Oh, I guess.
Did that come up first because you've typed it a lot before, or?
No, I accidentally typed it.
No. Very suspicious. No. GoldenEye 97. What's up, Henrock? Yo, Henrock NYC, man. Your photos. I mean, I think you've been in the streams more lately, and I've been seeing your name in the photo challenges and everything, but I've been noticing more of the toy photography, and it's awesome, dude. Two helmets?
Yeah, there's 2 helmets. I'm trying to find this goddamn. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I think it's in Four Horsemen.
Where do you want me to go? Where would you like me to go?
I could pull it up. I mean, I don't know. I think I could share, right? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Wow. So,
how am I supposed to breathe if I close my nose? Nico Hodge, you clearly weren't covering your ears if you heard.
Click on the link below. Oh my God, you're really making this hard here.
What's up? No chewing.
Jesus.
Oh Mike Hex, entire set of Ghost Rider Toy Biz figures. Is that your Christmas most memorable?
Nice. All right, here's. Jesus. Wait a minute. No, that's the wrong one.
Not yet.
Sorry.
No.
That's
Science folder.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, let me know in the chat what was your most memorable.
Who said what? Science folder?
Yeah, because you said don't show it yet. I thought maybe you showed your wrong screen.
Yeah, that was my instagasm. So this is what these guys look like. Can you see this? Am I showing this now? I don't even know.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's up.
there we go. So those are the two helmets.
Ooh.
Yeah, they fit on the Templars really well. They match the metal pretty well on the Templars. So yeah, that's cool. It's kind of like, it was their gift to Mythic Legions collectors. You could stick it on Father Christmas, I'm sure. I don't know how that's going to look, but you could.
Santa. Is this the?
That's that.
Here we go. This is the front, right?
That's the front. Yeah.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it does look stupid.
I do. I still have the knight that you gave me that you tried to enable me with. So I'll put it on there.
Perhaps I can interest you in a moose. Did you see the moose?
Are you sharing some? Oh, hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm sharing something. I think you got to pop it up there.
Huh? There you go. Yeah, that moose is crazy. I already have a horse.
Moose.
The same
All right,
thing.
he looks good with a horse, but I mean, you're in Canada. You got to have a moose. Man.
I already have a moose in real life, so why would I want this toy? Ringer Lose, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Says, did you keep your HasLab Galactus box? It's right here. It's right next to me. I just rotated it, and
Use it as a table.
it was a table before, holding some other stuff. There's a I think unreleased Xbox 360 version of GoldenEye. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
I think Bond games, 007 games since then have not been the same.
No. No, they haven't.
Rick Jones says the helmets. Yeah, helmets are new. The helmets are new and match some armor paint that's coming later down the line. That's very cool. Yeah, I love the kit bashing, the ease that you could do with stuff like that. How many accessories like a regular figure comes with, and the price point too. So I just don't know if I need to collect that many. I can appreciate how good they look.
I think you do, Kev.
So how's the focus on your camera? How's the focus on your camera, Trevor?
Whoop! It's very dark here for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I need a new camera, but I don't know if I'm going the Sony route or not. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Icon's got some nice little cameras too, but the Sony one is nice.
We were talking about cameras before we started, and Trevor was just thinking out loud, and he was very close to.
Yeah. Kevin's going
convincing
for 7th
himself
or 8th enabler points.
8 CV1.
That's right.
Mario's gonna be mad. No Chewing says 1 year I got the Megazord. It was an incredible feeling. That's awesome. That's a crazy Christmas gift.
I've already dated myself, so I'm gonna say like the one of the best Christmases was the Death Star, the Kenner Death Star. The bad thing about it that it was labeled for both me and my brother, which sucked. It was just like,
oh, God. I thought you were gonna say like it's gonna
those.
date me, but I got the old ball and cup. You flick it.
It was called the wheel, and there was a stick with it. It was really, really cool, man.
I got a new stick
All
ball.
the kids were envious.
Got a new stickball set.
That's right.
That's cool.
I'm digging this, man. I'm digging this guy. I could get into this.
See that face again? Yeah, that's cool.
All the eyes light up. He's got a cool shovel here. Very nicely weathered. Great accessories. That is the great thing about Mezco is the accessories that you get, man. And they don't. I mean, these hats aren't going to fit anybody else generally, but like, they're cool. I love the hunch.
Is it a bowler?
This is a bowler, yeah.
Very cool. I wonder if I can wear one.
Hunch back at the office.
I feel like once you say shout out, you can't take it back. Yeah, shout in.
It's a shouting.
Josh MC got the Kenner Millennium
cool.
Falcon. Do
Yeah,
you still
dude.
have it?
Mm-hmm. No, ours. Yeah, we got that too. Don't have it. That and all the original Mego superheroes and the Star Trek figs, and we got the Star Trek Enterprise thing where you could spin the transporter and then you'd hit like green or red and they disappear or they come back. It was
Oh, that's
hours,
cool.
hours of entertainment, man. Hours.
Rick
simple
Jones
back
got a.
then.
No, that's
Didn't have
a
much.
cool toy now. I'd
It
play
was
with
cool,
that.
man. Yeah.
I'd play with that. Tombstone.
Nice accessory.
Rick Jones got a Star Wars land speeder and figures. Bad Wolf Media got real American hero G.I. Joe figures, including a mysterious guy in all black. Great
Wait, what?
toys.
What was that?
This one?
G.I. Joe figures, including the mysterious guys in all black. Oh, real American hero. Okay. Gotcha.
This seems like a good segue, I guess, to talk about, Christmas is coming up, other December holidays, and we're talking about how these Christmas gifts have made an impact on us now as adults. We can still remember them, and what kind of joy they brought us. So if you have an extra toy laying around at home that's hasn't been opened yet, or if you're out shopping and you have the means to pick up an extra toy for a local toy drive and help out maybe less fortunate family this holiday season, please just a quick reminder that you do have that option out there as well, and you could be making a difference in the lives of some families out there. I recently did a hunting around video at Toys R Us. We were just getting some figures and toys and kids' toys for a toy drive. So, yeah, this one I recorded and finished within a week, which is, for me, I usually just relax. I go, oh, I have it recorded. I'm not going to put it up for another month, so I'm going to coast and play Call of Duty, and that gives me some time. And then it takes me like a month to finish a video. This one I got in a week, and I spent 2 nights with my son who was actually sick, so I probably could have finished it earlier. Just at least I know what I'm capable of and the quality of work that can come out. But if you can watch that video real quick if you need, and hopefully it gets you into the mood to donating some holiday presents. That would be cool.
For sure. It's a great feeling, man. Like, so that's not good.
What was that?
It's like everything in the bottom tray. 1 second.
Nico Hodge says, I remember when I first saw Kev, I thought he was like 23. Then he busted out talking about his kids. And I'm like, hold up. Either he was getting down like my pops and having kids at 18.
18?
Or this mofo is old. I'm not old. I'm old adjacent.
Not old. Yeah, so I was saying we did I decided that I was gonna do take super chats.
Yes.
From the show before I announced it. So one show before, which we had gotten, I think, like, $40. Good God.
I think, do you need more elbow space?
Yeah, this table is like crowded, man.
Do you have a shot of all the toys you got, or was it in your stories?
That was in my stories, yeah.
Oh, is it gone?
I can pull it up.
Okay. But yes, let's talk about that, because I think it's awesome what you did.
So the week before had been like maybe $50 or something like that. So I said, like, listen, we're the next few shows up until like about December 12th, because you have to get things into these organizations in time for Christmas. that I would, any donations, any super chats, I would match the super chats, thinking, it'd be like 50 a week or something like that for a few shows, 2 or 3 shows or something. Well, I mean, people like came through like you wouldn't believe, man. Had some people offline donate like $100 each. People online for the super chats were donating 50, 40, 30, 22, whatever, $2. It just all added up into about like close to $700.
Whew.
So I matched that, and we bought about $1,300 worth of stuff. Gave some money to a food bank, because the food banks are really like, it's food stuff this year too. So
Yeah.
But we did like about half for Toys for Tots, and then we found this place where they give you kids like their information, their size, whatever.
Oh, okay.
This is their age group, age range, and this is what they want. So they gave us like 3 kids, and we did like, I think like $200 for each kid, which was really cool, man. I mean, it's going to be like a good Christmas for those kids, which is awesome. And it just, shout out to everybody, and I'm not going to shout this back in. Shout out to everybody who donated, man. It is amazing. Like I didn't mind it, having to match that, because it felt great, man. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, dude. I saw
great
the
thing.
turnout.
Do it if you can.
Yeah, if you can, and I hope
Yeah.
we do buy. If you're like me, we do buy a lot of toys for ourselves throughout the year. So
That's the other thing.
it's
Yeah.
just something that we can do would make
Yeah,
a huge
there was-
difference. And
Stuff in the other room that I was just like, I had to throw some Mythic Legions in, because I have to enable some of those kids as well.
you're enabling children.
I can't help myself.
Have you no shame, sir?
They're gonna love
Hello?
them. They're gonna be great. They're gonna be.
Hello, little boy and little girl. Do you know the good word of stranger danger?
Well, what's weird? Like, maybe I should. So this one group had you
Be
wrap.
very
Yeah,
careful.
I know. Well, this one group, like, here's the kids, and here's what they want, and we ask that you wrap the gifts and put their name on them and put a little number on it, so that we know which, they get a case number or whatever. And I'm like, how do they know what's in these boxes? You know what I mean? Like, a little worried about the whole thing, but I don't know. I mean, they've been doing this for years, so what do I know? Maybe they have an X-ray machine or something. I don't know.
Hedgehog Action, thank you so much for the super chat.
Hello there.
Says you can hang the sod cutter lamp on the
Yeah, I was just
Father
gonna.
Christmas staff.
He's got a
Okay.
little lamp too, so you can put that on there if you want to do that. You could. Yeah, he'd be cool with the staff too, man. He would use that pretty well. I'm digging this guy, man.
It's cool. It's a cool
Soft goods are sick,
original
man.
character.
Really, some of the. I mean, they're a weird shape, because he's a weird shape with the hunchback and everything, but you're not going to be able to pop this onto anybody else, unfortunately. But I think it's a really cool line.
Yeah. Dom had me for a second. You bastard. Said, best Christmas gift I ever got was my girlfriend at the time gave me a card saying a donation was made in my name to the Human Fund. Money for people.
The Human Fund. She's not.
We
Penske
took your
material,
gift and
man.
gave it to somebody else.
She's not Penske material.
There you go. Mr. Ryan Clark got it. You guys want to play some stickball? Sweetly. Let's see. I never...
Dom says, "Hey kid, you can have this Mythic Legion if you can pronounce his name."
Best Christmas gift for me was when all the gifts were opened. My brother and I thought it was all done. My dad then whipped out an N64 with Star Fox, Zelda,
Star Fox.
and I don't know what these letters mean. And from under the couch, I think he dropped something on his keyboard.
I'm happy that you're not into wrestling too, because I'm just not into wrestling. Like I used to,
It's
like
a
back in
really-
the day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Hulk Hogan, those kind of days. You know what I mean? Like Andre the Giant, all that shit. But
It was always
beyond
like
that, man.
people in school were like, "Oh, it's fake. Wrestling's fake. No, wrestling's real." And then I heard one day recently where people are like, "Do you think superheroes are real? Because they're actors too." And I'm like, "Oh shit, That's a good point. And then my whole thing of like, oh, these people watch people fake wrestling. You're stupid. It's like, okay, Kevin, it's really that guy really put it into perspective. So I think
I know I think you have to
spent a lot
take
of
that.
time.
Yeah, you have to like. I never took it as they were trying to entertain me and pretend that it was, and really like if you think about it, it's like, hey, we're gonna take these people and tell you that it's real and it's like superheroes.
Yeah.
In real life, it's like as if like you had like, hey, this guy's got the power of electricity, and then we do something on screen where it looks like, oh my god, that guy's got electricity. But I never looked at it that way. I was the same way. It's like, nah, this is fake. I mean, it's obviously fake.
But here's the weird part.
They've gotten better at it since then.
Yeah.
But like,
I can see the entertainment factor, but like if my argument was, oh, it's fake, why am I watching this? It's not like I go and I watch UFC. So I don't even know. It's just messed up. I guess it's not entertaining to me.
It's like yeah, I guess it's like you can watch like a superhero movie live, I suppose, like played out in a way, like which
like
is
on
unique.
Broadway or something.
Yeah, like Rogers the musical. No, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's an unusual form of entertainment. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're right. I mean, like, yeah, everything we watch and enjoy, the Marvel movies, that's fake. That's not real.
Wait, we didn't get snapped and came back?
Oh yeah, definitely. That happened.
Nico Hodge, you think I'm 47?
Oh my god.
Get the hell out of here. He's just trying to start beef with me all the time.
Beef. Yeah, that's beef.
Mike Hacks, thank you so much for
Thank
the
you,
super
thank
chat.
you, thank you. Far too kind.
The most cursed Xmas gift, Toy Biz X-Men Hall of Fame. Do you know what set that is, Trevor?
Was that the one where they were all static? They didn't move, right? They were just. It was looked really cool in the box, and then when you open it up, they didn't move at all. They were just
Wait, I've
statues,
heard about this.
basically.
Is this the one that had the articulation, but they like glued it together?
Yes, exactly. Yes. They
no.
actually they had articulation cuts, but you couldn't move them. So it's like-
No.
it was like a tease. It was like when you looked at it in the box, like, oh, this is gonna be so cool, and like, what the fuck is this?
No way.
Yeah. Right? I think that was it. Right? I think that was it.
I've heard someone talk about
Glued.
it, but
Yeah, it was glued. What the hell is going on here? Man, there's something holding this in. I can't get it.
hey,
out.
Mr. Ryan Clark, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.
So speaking of fake superheroes, man, what do you? What's your take on the DCEU and Superman? And what do you think?
I don't know. There are, I guess, good arguments to both sides. Yeah, Mike Hex says.
Oh, don't both sides of this, man. Don't both sides of this.
I
That was
want
that was a-
Cavill to be Superman, but
yeah, I mean, I think he had potential to be a great Superman because I know, like, I know who he is, as a human, and like, he's a great actor, and I think he could have done a great job. I don't think he's given the material to be a great Superman, though. That's the problem.
you don't think he
could
was
have been-
given?
I don't think he was given the
Oh.
good material to be a good Superman.
No, not at
There
all.
was, I mean, Man of Steel was, kind of a rehash of, the Superman movie, with Christopher Reeve with the same enemies. But there was no joy. Like, everything about those Reeve Superman movies was like there was joy. It was, yes, it was a different time, and it was that 80s, feel good cinema type of thing. But, and I know everything's darker now, but you got to have something, man. The Avengers, even when people are dying, there's funny like, for me, the DCU, one of the best moments was when in the Snyder Cut, when Batman or Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne are like, he bought the farm back for Superman's parents' farm. He's like, how'd you get the farm back? He's like, I bought the bank. I'm like, yeah, that's a human interaction. That was great. I love that. There was no more of that, like, hardly ever throughout that entire film or any of those films. Like, there just was no. Maybe Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman had a little bit of that, but I don't know. Aquaman a little bit was a little humorous here and there. Not that it has to be knocked. It doesn't have to be Thor: Love and Thunder. That was over the top. But a little humanity. There was just, Batman versus Superman.
It's
dark.
probably because I want to see Keaton back. He was supposed to
Oh,
be
me
in the
too.
Flash
Yeah,
movie,
I know.
and then was there supposed to be a standalone movie or something else?
He
People
was
said it
supposed
got
to be in the
canceled.
Batgirl movie, and they canceled that. He filmed that, and then he's going to be in the Flash movie. Which, side note, who gives a shit about that or Aquaman or Shazam at this point? When you know, like, it's over. Like,
Yeah.
why not wait until? I mean, maybe they couldn't keep the cat in the bag, so to speak, until then. But I think I would have tried. I don't know. Anyway, and then there was supposed to be a scrapped movie of Batman Beyond, which he was going to be in. So he was going to be
Right.
Batman. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe it's that whole because the Batgirl movie you mentioned, that thing from what I heard was it's done, right? They're not.
It's
putting
done,
it out.
and they just said it was so bad. Like it looked like whatchamacallit, the Warner WB show, like, but worse. So they just said it was really bad. But I heard Keaton was really good. I heard his part was cool and he was great in it, but you'll never see it because the rest of the movie sucked.
It just seems if maybe I get the reasoning of starting fresh, you have that kind of blunder, and then you have all the stuff going on with the Flash, and then it's like, yo, let's just start over. As long as you start over for the right reasons and you make it count, like you're organized, you come back, there's like how your movies are going to tie in together, all the heroes, then and then it sucks there's no Henry Cavill, there's may or may not be Gal Gadot, because if we don't see her as Wonder Woman again, I'd be very upset. But life goes on. So, but then people are like, you're not a comic book reader, because if they reboot every how often anyway.
Well, but that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, go and try. I went and tried to get back into the X-Men a while back, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, people were dead, and now they're alive. I mean, I like the Powers of 10. House of X was pretty good.
Yeah.
Then I tried to continue with it, and then first of all, there's like 5 titles out for the X-Men again. Like that was the problem in the '90s. It was like, I don't know what the hell to read. You know what I mean? And it's kind of that way again, at least from on the surface. I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked into it deeply, but I don't know. I just can't get into it again. I don't know what it is. But yeah, they do reboot a lot, and I think they had to, because I was trying to think of a way that they could salvage what they had and just pick and choose people. How are you going to do that? You know what I mean? It's always going to be. You know how people are. I mean, look, you do Star Wars shows, man, and just continuity between things and little, tiny little inconsistencies people go nuts about. So
yeah,
I can see why they wanted to do this. I mean, if you're being put in charge of something and you haven't been in charge of it before, and it's kind of a dumpster fire, like, fuck it, like, let's just like fucking throw it out and start all over again. I think it's probably a good idea. I mean, I know it sucks for people who really wanted Cavill.
Yeah, and then you have like the Batman out of nowhere, right? Last year's movie. It's like,
I gotta
is that
be
a different universe? And then the Joker, all that stuff.
The thing that DC does great in its comic books that Marvel did occasionally, like with God Loves Man Kills on X-Men, like it was a side story that could have fit into the main story, but it didn't have to. And but DC would take chances and go like, let's just pretend, it's none of this shit in our regular universe happened, and we're just going to reimagine, villains and their relationship to Batman or whoever, Green Lantern, and just like go nuts and have fun with this story. And some great stories came out of that. And I thought, like, that's what DC should be doing. Like, they should just do the Batman. And it's not the Batman, and he's never going to meet Superman. It's just the Batman. And Joker doesn't relate to the Batman or anything else. It's just Joker, and he exists in this completely different world, and it's just a story about him. Which may be what they're doing with those movies. I don't know if they can continue and do more stuff like that, but I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's kind of got that like, oh, here's our main universe of comic books. And you have one shots here and one shots there. But at the same time, does that work with movies or easier with comics? This guy is so cool.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Lines are good on mine. Everything.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
is that a thing?
Well, you know, there's
Been problems.
you see a lot of posts with the plastic free packaging, and people sometimes get some QC. I don't even have a little smudge here. That's cool.
You had yours Mezco Wolverine was fucked up, right? That was the end
Yeah,
of the Mezco,
the
journey,
tiger
like
stripes. Yes, yes. That brought to conclusion. Well, the beginning of the end.
The Mezco.
The end is still being postponed.
Oh, for another year. Yeah, that's
Is that another year?
who the hell knows? Man?
Probably.
That's nuts. I got it. Like again, going not to again preach the word of Mythic Legions, but like they just had an issue. Like so, they did a troll wave, right? There's 2 trolls that were coming out, and they had alternative heads from the original heads. So they reused the bodies, but they recolor them. So they originally had this orange troll with like a cyclops eye, and then they did it as a frost troll and with the cyclops eye. But they also gave you the original ice troll, not frost troll, ice troll head that came with it. So you get 2 heads. So 2 heads. It's a Nate. You can't even say it. Stupid. And so there was a problem at the factory. There was a miscommunication, and they got them all in the other day, and they were missing the original heads.
Okay.
They didn't even produce them.
Oh wow.
So they said, and I don't know where that issue lies, but you know, there's a lot going on in China, man. I mean, their COVID situation and the way they're locking down, and people, I'm sure it's got to be insane trying to schedule people and stuff. But anyway, regardless, they came out, sent everybody an email, said, here's what happened. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to ship everybody out their figures. We're not going to make you wait because it's going to take like a month and a half to get. Now we're going into Chinese New Year too. So
Right.
like it's going to take a month and a half to 2 months to get the other heads produced. We're not going to make you wait on those. We're going to ship those out, and then we're going to ship you out the head for free when it comes out in a couple months. Which, of course, they're going to do it for free. But I'm not saying that that's the big, magnitude to them for that. But at least it's like communication. You know what I mean? Whereas for Mezco, I keep talking to, people who are, I'm not going to say pro Mezco. I'm just saying, like, there's no defense for this at this point, man. You have to have somebody say something. What is going on with this product that I paid for 3 years ago?
What industry? What product would this be acceptable?
Exactly. Like, say you bought a coffee maker. I think I did this analogy on something else, but I hope it wasn't one of your shows. But you bought a coffee maker, and like, this is going to be a great coffee maker. You got to buy this, okay? But you got to put a deposit down of $100. Okay, fine. And 6 months from now, you go, wait a minute, didn't we buy the coffee? What's going on with the coffee maker? Oh, it's delayed a little bit. Okay, fine. It's $100. It's going to be a great coffee maker. Can't wait. A year goes by, and you're like, what's going on with this coffee maker? And you go onto a chat, and like nobody knows anything, and like, yeah, where's my coffee maker? And then another year goes by, and you're like, you would be like, what the fuck is going? It's not a matter of like needing coffee. I can get I have another coffee maker, but I paid $100 for this.
Yeah,
people would be up in arms if this was GE or I don't know, Sony or whoever, and you didn't have a product for 3 years that you paid up front for. Man, it's nuts. You couldn't get away with this. It's crazy.
Nothing. I can't think of anything. Any business scholars in the chat or on the replay, let me know, because what do? They just update the ETA on the product page.
They don't, as far as now, I may have this wrong, but somebody can correct me, but I don't think that they update the ETA. I think somebody gets that information, and then like people like Paige and Fabio like update it on their, like, they don't put out. That's what I'm saying. The difference between Four Horsemen is like you can go onto their front page and you can see where everything is.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell you like, oh, it's being painted right now, it's being packaged, but it's in production or it's on a ship. It's going to be here in about a month. We expect this Q2, whatever. And then if there's delays, they'll tell you why. But this is just like 3 years of nothing. I mean, how do you do that, man? It's crazy.
I think they have a date range, and then once that range passes, the product page shows a new date, and then Paige
Okay,
or
but you have to
faster.
search through it. It's not a matter
Yeah.
of like we're sending it out to you like
No,
here's
it's
a
not
whole
a-
list of things that have been moved. It's just
Correct.
like, oh, somebody's got to go and do the detective work. to
Yeah.
figure out what the hell's going
Yeah, and that's the sneaky bullshit part of it. So I'm
It's-
not
Yeah,
down for that.
I don't blame you, man. I'm pretty. I mean, I love their products, and you know, when people say, you know, I've had this quote unquote argument with people on, you know, like I know Paige probably will not invite me on his show because I'm just like I'm not argumentative about it. I love their products. I've done some stuff for them. I like the people there,
Mhm.
but you can't do this. It's not a matter of you know, the argument is I don't need that Batman. You know, I got other things that are coming. That's not the point. I don't
Nope,
need
not
another
at all.
Batman. God knows I don't have room on the shelf for it to begin with. But that's not the point. I paid full price for mine. Like, you know, I did the stupid PayPal thing, so I've already paid like, you know,
Paid up front.
whatever, $300 or $400 for two of them now. Dude, I'll tell you what, I sold one. I bought two. And I used to do that with Mezcos all the time, just buy two. Because then I'd know somebody, like at the time, like things would sell out. I'd know somebody who wanted one, or
Yeah.
I'd sell it or whatever. So I decided to put it up on eBay, like months after I pre-ordered it, thinking, okay, you know, people do this with the pre-orders. You got to wait a little while. 3 years. This guy bought it. And luckily I saved his information. Like I copied and pasted it into it because it would have been gone from eBay. They erase things after like 2 weeks after
Oh, wow.
you sold something. So I would have had no way of contacting him or knowing who he was. Hopefully he's still in the same place. You know what I mean? Like this guy's going to be like, he probably completely forgot about it. He hasn't contacted me, but I'm going
My
to send
God.
it to him, of course. But it's nuts. I mean, I think a lot of people did that too, you know, so it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I don't need that toy right now. It's like
Right.
I don't,
That's
I
not
don't
an
need more
argument.
toys, but I would like it, and I would like to know what's going on with it. Just because I don't need it now doesn't mean you can just, you know, just keep pushing it back. Like,
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
we don't. Hey, what's up, 80s baby? Shout out
Dario.
to Dario.
What's up, Dario?
Bad Wolf says, Trevor, I'm with you, but it's even more than that because what toy collecting has become is just getting excited to see a pre-order for something not coming for a year, 18 months. It's just weird. Yeah, there's a lot of like, here's new stuff, pre-order.
Well, I have to say, like, I mean, I know there was a lot of people that complain about that with Mythic Legions who are just new into Mythic Legions and like, when are these coming out?
Mhm.
And there's a lot of that on the Cabal. Like, when are these? You know, is such and such as Poxus coming out? Like, no, the pre-order for them just went up like, you know, 4 months ago. It's gonna be, but I'm used to that with Hot Toys. I mean, like Hot Toys,
Year
you put your
minimum.
money down and then you just wait. You know what I mean? It's just like you forget about it until it comes out. Write it down, put it in a spreadsheet if you're a nerd. Sorry, call out. Call back. But you know, you wait. You know, and it kind of comes out eventually. But so I don't mind that. But if it's delayed, I've never had a Hot Toy be more than. I'd be surprised if there was one that was 2 years, you know, in the waiting. Forget about 3. 3 years.
So Nice Studio says, when do you think he's finally gonna be released? 2089. That's my prediction for the centennial anniversary of the movie.
Think about the people who ordered this and then decided, like, you know what, I'm not into toys anymore. I'm just gonna, like, you know, I'm not collecting anymore. Right?
There was someone who ordered this and died because they had to wait.
That too.
Not getting it. How's the Spider-Man? Is that your first Mafex Spider-Man?
No, I have the symbiote Spider-Man, and I have the original color way for this one, the darker.
Sweet.
These are just.
Yeah.
I love Mafex, man, or Mafex, however you want to say it. I say Mafex.
Well,
I am slowly replacing all my X-Men. I say slowly because they're slow to come out, but with Mafex.
but the US dollar versus the yen is really good now, right? So you can
Yeah,
is it
it's
cheaper
really
to
good.
buy those. In Canada it's about the same, so nothing's really
Oh,
changed.
it's not cheaper than a Marvel Legend. No.
No,
It's not
no,
that
but
bad.
it's gone down.
It has gone down.
Yeah.
it has gone down.
The
It's
exchange
better.
rate
I mean, it's
is
the
better.
problem is like they also don't have certain shipping methods, or you don't want to use the cheaper shipping methods because it's 3 months. You've been through. I'm sure you've done this, but so you do EMS or you do DHL. DHL is like, I swear to God, they're like
Teleported.
Star Trek teleported. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But I mean that adds another,
20, 15,
25
20
bucks.
bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
I love
cool.
this.
I love that little wrist thing, man.
Right? If it flipped up, that would have been taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
Does
Now,
it flip up? I don't even know if
He
that's a thing.
doesn't. He doesn't come with a gun, though, right?
No. He doesn't have... I thought most Legends would have had the calf swivel, especially at the boot.
Oh, he doesn't.
No, this is solid.
Hmm.
Isn't that strange? I feel
that's
like
weird for a
a
Spider-Man.
lot of Spider-Men have that, if not all.
But that Spider. You've watched the show, of course, right?
No, I've only seen maybe like the first 2 episodes. Just
Oh,
to get a
really?
sense of
Okay.
what the hell's going on?
I mean, he's not really flying around like Spider-Man. He's running around, basically. You know what I mean? Like he does some jumping off of cliffs and onto trucks and things like that. But there's no real web swinging, as far as I remember in that show.
Yeah. Delays have happened with other companies. Hot Toys, Super 7. Some announced more figures lines than the actual release. Mezco is not the only ones guilty of it.
No, but all right, Hot Toys does not come out and say, something is delayed, but I've never had Hot Toys, again, I've personally never ordered a Hot Toy that's been more than 2 years delayed. At 2 years, you got to say something. You got to give some sort of heads up, man. It's nuts.
We love nerds. We love nerds.
Spreadsheet is a good idea. I don't do that. I'm not like Paul. I'm not like, well, you know what? I can't say that. I have done that.
You have, yeah. And then Super 7. I mean, you have like Brian Flynn going out doing interviews with people talking about anything.
I don't remember Super 7 being anywhere near a 2-year delay either. I mean, I think people are just we're so it's definitely parkour spider. Jason said, parkour Spidey. I think I lost my train of thought.
Matthew Toy says, "What if after all this waiting, James Gunn cancels Mezco 89 Batman?" What the fuck did you just speak into existence, dude? I hate you. I hate you so much right now, Matthew.
Oh my god, that's Toy Farce. If Toy Farce is on here, dude, it's got to happen tomorrow. James Gunn cancels Mezco Batman 89, dude. That is totally. You got to credit Matthew because that is fucking genius. That is genius. Genius.
Next Tuesday. I'm gonna take a picture of this to send to Toy Farce.
That's great.
This way? Here we go. We have Jason Young in the chat. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. 80s baby. Yeah, Dario's here. I said what's up to Dario. There's a lot of chats. Yo, shout-ins to everyone in the chat. Just just
shout it.
Hanging out, conversing. Nose Rain, what's up, Richie?
Richie.
Richie was the first one that posted that Spider-Man with a new box, and I'm like, why is Richie buying bootlegs?
This color, I gotta say, like I was like on the fence about buying this because I'm like, I had the other one, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that. It's good, but I do really like this colorway, man. Yeah, you don't like it?
No, I do. The other one's more dull, right? I have the first one.
In terms of like the gloss,
the blue is.
Oh, it's dark. Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah,
This is
it's a lot of fun.
Really digging this.
Win or lose. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend.
Smooth like butter.
Says, love that Mafex Spidey. The blue hits all the nostalgia feels. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I like that they're just they're able to just reissue it with a new colorway. If you missed it the first time, some of these go for I think they go up in value, the
Yeah.
aftermarket price. So it's a good way for you to get in a different color.
Yeah, I like these so much that I got the Mezco Wolverine, which is an excellent figure. Again, Mezco puts out great stuff, man. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, he said your shoulders are reversed. Match you. Didn't that happen to somebody else too?
Are they?
On the wrong side?
I don't think so. Are they?
I had bought the older Spidey, then this was announced. I sold the older one for $145. My God. US. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what I bought it for, but I mean, they get up there into the 80s to, import them. I don't
How
think
can
these
you
are
tell,
reversed.
chat, if they're backwards?
They don't look reversed to me.
Some people
Are
have
they?
like a really good sharp eye for this kind of stuff.
Well, I mean,
I myself do not.
yeah, me neither. I don't know what's reversed about them. Is the blue not supposed to be like on the front of his? That's a bicep, though. No, dude. That is a tricep right there,
Oh, we're getting into
and this is a bicep right here. Like that blue. That's a bicep.
the red is high on the front. The way the reds.
Well,
line
then
up.
what is it? Just the shoulder? You mean I
Just-
got to
I think
take this
they're
all
saying-
apart?
I think they're saying just the. I'm going like this, like you
Oh
can
my
see
god, you guys are fucking nerds. No, I'm just kidding.
me. Shoulder nerds. You should ask Kyle. He's an
actually-
expert on shoulders. All right, I
God
have
damn
one.
it! You're pissing me off, man.
Do you
so
see it
I
now,
wanna-
or you're just doing it because they're?
No,
'cause they said it?
I'm. No, I don't see it at all. But I'll take a look at it later.
That's an off-camera thing.
This is the kind of stuff like. I mean, well, that was kind of stupid. I took a picture of Maz Kanata one time. It was a kind of a funny shot of her finding Luke's hand in her little box there, where
Nice.
where Ray found the right.
The lightsaber. Yeah, she dug a little bit deeper. The hand.
And there's like, oh, there's that hand, right? So I had a couple that night, and I was editing, and I'm like, you know what? It looks better flipped for some reason. I just like the light over there. Well,
Okay.
fuck me, because then it wasn't the right hand. You know what I mean? And oh my god, every fucking comment was like, can you just,
How could you be so stupid and make that mistake?
it was stupid on my part, but at the same time, all right. Could you look at the other comments and see how the 30 other people have told me it's the wrong hand?
That's fantastically nerdy. I love it. I would
It
expect
is.
nothing less, actually.
No, absolutely not. I want to talk Star Wars with you, man.
Yeah, let's talk Star Wars. I'm
enjoyed-
gonna open this Dinjarin.
All right, and I will open up the Jango Fett.
Yeah, you are also a Star Wars fan. You take a lot of
Huge.
great Star Wars photos. Got a collection
That's
back
much
there.
more. I do.
Yeah,
do
but,
love
you know,
Star
look
Wars.
at the setup back there. Yeah, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Andor?
Andor, man. Oh my god. I enjoyed the show, your show about Andor. As
Thank
always.
you. I'll accept
And-
thanks for Yoko also. Thank you.
Yep, and Yoko and everybody. Ernie. No, I'm just kidding. Ernie's great. Yeah, I love that show, man. And I was just watching something the other day. I don't get like Star Wars fans, man. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm in the Star Wars fandom, but Star Wars fans are some of the worst, man. They're not happy. I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, there's things you can ignore. You know what I mean? I ignored the prequels for the most part. You know what I mean? I know.
Way to date yourself.
Does that date me? Does
Yeah.
that date me?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that just means I have taste.
Whoa,
I'll be right back. I gotta get a knife. Amateur.
Mr. Ball and Cup over here has taste. Oh, you can hear that shit. Ernie's okay, says Yoko. Yeah, he's all right. He's there.
Ernie's
He's
good.
there.
But that show, I mean, to me, from even the first episode, which I'll admit the first two were slow. They should have released the first three altogether. But I still like the feel
which?
of it for Andor.
Was it? Yeah, sorry, you're right. It was 2. I don't
They
even
just
know
did
anymore.
2, right? To begin with, I think. Just it felt like Star Wars, man, like 1977, 80 Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the feel of it. I love the fact that they're not using the volume for everything. I love practical sets.
Yep.
Even though they reuse them to good effect. A single TIE fighter coming over hills was like cool and ominous. You know what I mean? And there you go.
You collect
That Black Series or
and vintage collection?
Yeah, I've been leaning to vintage a lot, and I
This is vintage.
kind of stopped on Black Series because I mean the vintage stuff is A, it looks better, B, it's just as articulated, and it just takes up less space, man. I mean,
Yep.
it's great shit. I mean the Razor Crest was the catalyst for me to start on that stuff. But
Oh, that's cool. You can actually reach to draw from his.
Amazing.
I didn't know he could do that. Can Black Series do that? I don't think Black Series can do that.
You might be able to get into that pose.
Jason had a great comment earlier. Says Richie and I were chatting today, and he asked if I kept track of 2022 collectible spending. I added it all up and was more than I thought. Do you keep track of your collectibles annual investments? I try to. But Jason, do you keep track of your sales too?
Oh, sales of figures?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of purchases are based on the fact that I'll have toy money coming in to spend on this purchase. Therefore, I'll pre-spend that money.
Pre-spend it.
Yeah, I'm about to sell it, so I'm gonna spend that money first.
You haven't actually sold it. The money hasn't come in, but it's gonna go. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's a terrible pattern.
That is not good.
I've tried. Have you tracked your toy expenditures?
No, what I used to do, and what sucks now, is that like eBay would basically be my outlet for selling stuff. I mean, I've tried to sell on Instagram, sold a few things, and I lower the prices there, not to like give it away, but I mean, they're good prices. But eBay, you've got a wider audience, so it sells.
Yeah.
And what used to happen is that would all go to my PayPal account, and my PayPal account was like my toy
wallet
savings account, basically.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I sold that for $500. I'm gonna go buy a hot toy or whatever. And now it all goes into our joint checking account, which sucks. You know what I mean? Like, and now listen, my wife doesn't care, but like, I don't know. It's messed me all up in terms of keeping track, basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, keeping track is hard now.
It's
I'm all
it's
over
all
the place.
profit when you have that PayPal account full of money.
Totally,
Right.
man. It's beautiful. Like it's a like you see something and you go, oh, I think I have something in PayPal, and you go there.
Yep.
It's like, ooh,
It's free
my
money.
God, that's right. I forgot about that. That's like $200, man. Oh my God.
Free money. It's like, you can transfer that to your bank account, right? Nope. Just leave it.
So getting these out of the box I have to say, is not a great experience.
No. Hey, what's up, Archie?
They're a little tight. This is kind of. I would like to see a little more weathering on this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
just a little
plain.
bit. Just a little bit.
Like even under here, like a little bit more. I love these things because I loved micro machines when I was a kid, and I didn't have many. It was something that I looked at in the Sears catalog. Again, dating myself. Well, you had the Sears catalog. We had the Sears catalog in the 80s. You had the Sears catalog.
No.
Yes, you did. Bullshit. And Micro Machines, man. Micro Machines look so cool. But all my mom knew was like, the Kenner stuff. So that was like, yep, you got a Kenner figure. I'm like, no, I want these Micro Machines.
Before this line came out, I was going back and buying old Micro Machines and little miniatures and stuff because they're just fun to collect.
So cool. But the fact that these little things come in this really cool package, the little like almost like a figure package, and that would be in focus if I had a Sony. But
sorry, that was an evil laugh.
I know, it really was. It was a cackle. But the fact that they move and articulate is insane.
Yeah.
So cool.
Richie says, I keep track of my purchases now. I list all the toys I picked up in 22. So I've mentioned this before, but I've done this. And usually by March and April, I'm like, nah, I didn't update it. I'm not going back to go find my purchases. But I start off strong. In January. Like
the only thing I do is write down what I've ordered because, like with Paul, like I don't want to reorder. And B, some of this stuff I've been using like Hong Kong retailers for the Hot Toy stuff and customer service, follow up, not so great. So it's a matter of like, just the other day I was looking at my list. I'm like, Bo-Katan, where's Bo-Katan? Like everybody in the United States is getting it from Sideshow at this point. I ordered this like first batch. I'm supposed to get this before anybody has it, and I don't have it. What the fuck is that? So I got to write them. Don't get a response. Go to Instagram, go to their Facebook page. Finally get a response. Oh yeah, it's in. Sorry, we didn't see the order. Here's the shipping cost. How do I pay the shipping cost? No response. It's like,
my God.
Yeah,
but is it 3 weeks? No response?
It's days, at least. I was a little worried because there was one, I won't mention the name, but there was one that I was like, I think these guys might be gone. They just might be, they might have just like packed it
out
up.
of business.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so I think I'm stopping with all that shit from now on. But yeah, I mean, I got to keep track of that stuff because that's what happens. Like I forgot I ordered this.
Mezco took a few weeks to reply to me about Wolverine. So
I remember story.
When you say a few days, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Not days.
Yeah, but when I say like I contacted them in every method possible. I sent up smoke signals. I think at one point, like it was just like there was no getting a hold. There was no response. Other people were like, "Get back to me" in their Instagram chat. Like, why aren't you responding? Blah blah. I'm like, oh god,
that's not a good sign.
But then they did say that it's in, and here's the shipping cost. And I'm like, do I pay the shipping cost, or is this just like more money?
I give them more money,
and I'm never gonna see this thing. So,
oh boy,
I'm like, hey, listen, you guys have been really bad at responding. What's going on here? Are we gonna be safe here, or I mean, if you have no scruples, you have no scruples. So I don't think somebody calling you out and saying, hey, if I pay you this, am I gonna get my product? I don't think that's going to affect them at all. So, we'll see. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, seeing your expenditures on toys does put it into perspective. I don't want to deal with the crushing reality of that. That's why
either.
I don't
I don't want to see it because it's not going to be good, man. I'm already to the point where, and I think you're at this point too. I think you've talked about this, but if I showed you what's surrounding me, it's distressing. You know what I mean? Like it's literally distressing because this is where I come down to just shoot too, and I want to come down and just like enjoy the space and like look at things and go, oh, you know what? I'm gonna pull that off the shelf and do something with that. And I just walk in and I'm like, I'm tripping over stuff, and I'm like, I this is nuts. I don't need this. Like, there's a limitation on room that you have, and even if I had more room, do I really need to fill that with more stuff? So I did take a shelf because I've always said.
So then I proceeded to make more room.
Well, I did because of these things, like these were hanging out, boxes of these things, and I'm like, if I'm gonna keep these and not sell them, I've got to put them someplace and like hang them. from the ceiling.
You
which
know
I
what?
seriously
The
thought
only
about.
downside is they don't have display bases for you to stand up a ship. I think that is a huge miss.
Freaking Dan Larson said the same thing. He did a review of them, and he's like, they desperately need stands. It's
A
ridiculous.
huge miss.
So
Even Micro Machines had flight stands for them.
I bought 3 little like acrylic stands from Amazon for like $15. Like they're stackable, you know. So there's a higher one, a middle one, and a lower one, and they're passable. You know what I mean? Like you can put it, and you can get another one sort of underneath the other stand, so you can fit them in there. They look fine. But it would have been cool if it was like, you know, the Falcon was taking off or something like that.
Yeah, like you know how the Razor Crest base has it tilted up on the angle. Like,
absolutely like that.
Simple.
It was a
and
big
perfect.
miss. I'm really surprised that they missed that. But
Nate says the government puts $600 limit on before they tax you. You know, they got to get a taste. They can't see everyone making money, unreported income. You know.
That pisses me off because, well, I don't want to get into politics, but there are people that are, you know,
not getting
they
taxed.
They should be thinking about people who are doing this. You know what I mean? Like that were in power for a while, and I don't want to set off a storm of people. But I know it's not the biggest thing on the agenda. Is like, hey, you know, we got to make sure that these eBay people are not paid. You know, but at the same time, it's like technically in this country, like if you have a garage sale, you're supposed to record everything you sold and pay taxes on that. Come on,
really?
eBay is technically. eBay is a worldwide garage sale, and it's like if you are selling $600 worth of used shit from your house, really. You know, because I think it was like $2,000 or $3,000 up until like 2 years ago or something like that. Which, like at that point, maybe you have a business. Even that is not much, but you could consider that a side hustle or whatever. But $600? I mean, that could be 2 items. You know, like you sell a used iPad for $200, and it's like, oh, I'm a third of the way there to having to pay taxes on this shit.
Man, yeah, that's not great. Jason is unboxing the NECA Last Ronin that finally arrived from BBTS. Awesome.
Nice.
Armored or
that's
topless? Nice. Which one? Let me know.
Topless or
top full?
No, what was the other term? For the Wolverine?
Shirtless? Topless versus
shirtless or topless? Yeah.
It's topless. That Beach Wolverine card, definitely topless.
Shirtless.
Aiden Skate got the Millennium Falcon from the Enablers episode when Ryan was on.
Oh, nice.
Non-Hasbro product. Yeah, I was gonna say Jazzwares. I mean, because now I'm kind of like into Pokemon, and Jazzwares has Pokemon, and then they have this line, Micro Galaxy Squadron, and then they have like Squishmallows that my daughter's really into. So like that's another company that's some good products right there. Good brands.
Those Squishmallows are literally giant Beanie Babies. I mean,
they're squishy.
No, but I mean, not even in like it's Beanie Babies all over again. Like, did we not learn?
Beanie Babies? You're dating yourself.
Well, you know what a Beanie Baby is. I didn't.
I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't
collect them. Oh, okay.
Much.
No, but meaning that like there are people paying like from what I've heard online insane amounts of money for some of these limited Squishmallows that you can only get in certain. Oh yeah, it's like Beanie Babies all over again, man. It's like $400-$500 for a fucking Squishmallow. It's nuts.
Legendary poser with the legendary comment says, "Toys are about escaping reality. Why would I want to know about my finances?"
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you're like, now I don't want to buy stuff because I spent so much money. It's like, you know, just make sure your family's fed, and you know, new pre-orders that show up early don't take food out of the mouths of your children.
Yeah, you gotta put some limitations on things, man.
Dario, the always amazing and generous 80s baby.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Thank you for the super chat. Says, just wanted to say, appreciate you guys. Trevor, you're always cool. Cool AF means as fuck. When we see each other. Kev, you've always been cool at meeting. just so when you say, "Hey, fellow kids," and and
I'm in the chat all the time. I know what AF means. Come on, man. Come on.
autofocus. Kev, you've always been cool, and meeting up this year it was a highlight. Yeah, man, Dario. I mean, it's been that was cool to get to meet you because we've known each other a while, and that was so cool to come down to New Jersey, and we did some toy hunting, had some tacos. It was awesome.
I wish I could have made it out there, man, for that. You got to come back down to New Jersey, man.
Probably sometime next year, hopefully.
That'd be great.
We'll go to on my way to San Diego on the plane. I'll just stop by New Jersey.
Yeah, sure. Pop in.
I'll try because I do have family there, but we'll see. I gotta save up my vacation days. But was a highlight in what has been a shitey year. Nah, man, it was a great part of my year. Anytime I can meet cool toy people.
Well, Dario had a tough year, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's awesome, man. I love meeting him, and it's another guy. I see him at the New Jersey Toy Show, and all I want to do is go to lunch with everybody, and I don't know, it shit happens. We got to leave. People are just coming in, and we've been there all day or whatever. And we got to make that happen. It's got to happen.
Yeah, at Legion's Con, I saw all these pockets of people from Instagram I know here and there, and they're meeting up. I'm like, that's so cool, and I got to experience that with friends and seeing other people do that. I'm like, I'm jealous.
You should,
because I know how fun it is.
You should come to Legion's Con. Just saying, even if you're not into it, man, it's an amazing thing. Seeing the customs and stuff. Pretty cool.
Everyone in the chat, some people think I'm 18. One person thought I was 47.
47.
That was insane.
I'm gonna open this.
But thank you, Dario. One more thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this thing because I really want to open it.
I know you're a big. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna open the. Which one is that? 2,000, 20,000 leagues. Oh,
2,000. Yeah, 20,000.
I know you're a big X-Men fan.
Mm-hmm.
And every time there is a Marvel Legends reveal, you make it known that you would like a classic blue suit Angel.
I don't care if it's blue or red at this point. I don't really care. I really don't care. I just want a classic Angel. It's the last figure I need. Well, no, I need a classic Banshee.
Yes.
Technically that exists, but it's not very good. So I need a classic Banshee. I'm going to probably buy that Jim Lee suit, gold blue suit team.
Yeah.
And make one out of it because it's basically the same figure.
Well, now that that's announced, the green one's coming. The green suit.
I don't know. Dwight doesn't want to do it. We'll see.
They don't need him to
just being a
sculpt
douchebag.
They don't need him to sculpt it. Someone just has to repaint it.
That's true. It's just the higher ups have to say do it. So Dwight says no. So do it.
Nate, have a good night. What am I hiding in the Camtono?
More instructions.
I forget what my pin is.
That's what you should do every week. What's in the Cantono? Unboxing. You should do something new. That'd be cool.
My best car. Here we go. Hope I don't break this again.
I really wanted one of those things.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but Tommy in the chat was like, "Oh, let's do a group order," and it all worked out. So, yeah, but I was mentioning X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men.
I have the retro set here. Do you want to see Avalanche or Dark Phoenix or?
I would like to see the Dark Phoenix because I have the original Dark Phoenix, the Cyclops Dark Phoenix set.
Toys R Us.
I didn't buy this one because of that. Did I? Did I buy it? See, I didn't write it down, so I don't know. I bought Spiral. I bought the Mojo 3-pack, which I'm debating because I fucking hate Longshot. I always hated Longshot. Didn't like any of the comics with Longshot in it. I don't know. I feel like Dazzler though. Yeah,
So this
dude,
is
that is. Of course, I ordered through Hasbro Pulse, so I don't have it yet.
Canada
that is
has it. Most of Canada has it.
That is amazing.
There's so
That
many
is
arms that I have
an
katanas everywhere.
amazing figure.
Right?
Yeah, I love that.
I still have it in vanilla pose from last week, but it's awesome. It is awesome. Yeah, SDCC, we're gonna play basketball. Be careful, I played last week. My shins are still hurting today.
Well, you got to be careful when you're 47, man.
Time to retire.
Ooh, what the hell just fell off? I got to
What
tell you, Mezco, what the hell is going on? Everything. What's that? Jesus. I don't know. Something just fell off. This is cool, though, man. Look at this thing. Flexi tail.
And it's like a surfboard.
Yeah, it's like a, it's that cyber. What do you call that? What's it? What? It's the vintage, the Victorian cyberpunk. Not cyberpunk.
Steampunk?
Steampunk.
You're all punks. Trevor, check if
Yeah.
it was a peg that fell off, says Matthew.
That's what I think it was, man. It looked like a peg, and it was really small. So I gotta go over here.
Yes. So I had the Dark Phoenix and Cyclops 2-pack back in the day.
Okay.
When I sold it, I really liked the alternate heads. So I actually sold it by itself. Well, by itself and the flame effect. And I kept the heads, the alternate heads. So I have one here.
Wow! How
I have this
somebody
one.
bought it without the alternate heads?
Yeah, I gave them a little bit of a discount. I don't
Nice.
remember who, but I kept this head, and then there's the plain powered down head
Yeah,
that I'm using as a Mary Jane custom.
that's cool.
So it's cool. It lucked out. I have it. There are
Do
some
they
heads
fit?
that. Yeah, well, we'll find
Okay.
out.
Oh, you don't know yet.
There are some heads that are nice that I kept, like the silk alternate head.
Dude, I do not know where this peg went.
Yeah, it's gone. Time to write to
I'm
customer
I'm
service.
anal retentive about these stupid.
Yeah, the retro cards are gorgeous, right? I think it's David Nakayama. I was looking at it last week.
So, do you buy two or no?
I can't
No.
for this.
Yeah.
I don't have space to put it on a wall. Excuse me. But I do still have this. Like, they're cool. So, like the VHS ones with Dan Wiesenmeyer, that's why when they made that artwork available, I'm like, I want to get that instead.
Yeah. Do you, yeah, I don't have the nostalgia. I mean, I had those Toy Biz figures, and I think I still have some of them somewhere.
Nice.
But I can't do the unbox stuff. There's a few Star Wars figures that I've kept, mainly vintage on card, like the stuff that came with the Razor Crest. I put those in
Oh, wow.
containers. Kept those on there, but yeah, I go and do like what you're talking about. Like I'll cut around the bottom real carefully, right? And then I throw the package out anyway.
Yep. It takes a few weeks of convincing,
might
but I'll
keep
throw out
it.
the card after.
Maybe I'll keep it. No, I'm not gonna keep it.
Look at this. This is a Hall of Famer right here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's nice.
And it's a nice sturdy card.
It's so
got
thick.
some
Well, it's double, right?
substance.
It's
Yeah.
Like if you pull off that top, there's the images underneath there as well, just so they can get that plastic in there.
Yeah, they definitely know how to get us with that box. Mario and Yoko are just talking about how he doesn't know how to. Who calls for the ball and then looks away? The no look receive.
I got to go back and watch that again, but that did seem like kind of a blind pass right there, Yoko. I gotta say, I'm sorry.
No, he's like, give me the ball, and then he went.
Oh, did he? Oh, maybe I missed
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay. All right, my apologies. Again, I watched it when it first came out. I don't remember watching it. Then I heard the argument about that, and then I'm like, I gotta go back and watch it.
Is this the same one?
It almost
Is
looks-
this?
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah. Just
I
with
didn't realize
without
that.
pupils.
Wow. Is it
Okay.
the same figure? Like it's the same body and everything, right?
No, this has double pinless elbows.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it's pinless.
And
right,
knees.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Which they would not have had back then. The
I'll be
body-
honest, like with Marvel Legends and 1/12 scale, if it's not like Mezco level, I don't really care about the pins. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice when you don't see
It
them.
is nice, but I'm not getting, I'm not getting my shorts in a bind if it's got a pin on it. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, look, she's got a little pet.
Isn't the little phoenix cute?
They should.
Eats a whole planet.
Yeah, this should have come. Should have come with a big. This needs a big Phoenix effect that goes behind her. That's what this should have come with.
Was it? Did the 2-pack have that, or was it a Toy Biz? The Toy Biz one
No.
has.
The Toy
Has a
Biz one
Phoenix.
did,
Yeah.
and there's a 6 scale one from the movie. I think Age of Apocalypse that has a really cool one that I've been thinking about getting, but everybody's selling it for like $90 to $100, and I'm like, for one shot or two shots, I don't know. If it's worth it.
Do you?
You know what I mean?
Is that a huge factor in your purchases, or sometimes?
It should be. Well, no, I mean it is, but it's like it should be more of something that I think about, because I tend to go in and I'll see something and I immediately like, oh, I've got like a couple of shots in mind for that. I'm going to buy it. Like this turtle, like this, spring. And I've
Spring.
done nothing with him. I haven't done anything with him. I will, I think. It'll probably be a year, and I'll be like, you know what? I never shot it. So that's a problem.
And then
That's-
sell it on Instagram.
That's part of the problem. Like, part of a lot of the stuff that I have is, thinking about doing shots with stuff, and then I just don't do it. I tell you, like, I bought that. I think you bought the that wrestling accessory set with the ladder and the table,
Yeah.
right? Did you buy that? Yeah. So I bought it the other day. It was on sale somewhere on like GameStop.
It's a
or
great
something.
price.
Oh, it was great. It was like $10 or something like that. It was
Also,
excellent.
jazz wares.
Yes, that looks really good.
Yeah.
It's brighter. It's brighter than the original one
Mhm.
for sure. And
Wrestling.
I bought it,
accessory.
and I'm like, you know what? Oh, this ladder would be great with that Union Gomez, which I didn't buy. And I'm like, oh, do I go get the Union Gomez now because
Oh
I
my
got a
God.
ladder? No. I'm like, my other self said, no, you don't. No, you're not going to shoot it, man.
And then
Just 'cause
your
you have
next
a ladder
sentence
doesn't mean you
is-
go buy another $100 figure because you have a ladder. For
Your next sentence is, so I have one arriving tomorrow.
No. I think I'm done with the Gomez. I think I don't know what is going to tempt me with Gomez. I'm just kind of Gomez'd out. I've never.
Yep.
I could count on 3 fingers how many times I've shot them, and I have every iteration of it. And they're not doing enough with it to. Like, I love Doc Nocturnal. I love Doc Nocturnal. I love what's the little dude that just came out,
The sorcerer
Wizard.
guy?
yeah, I'm blanking. Somebody help me out. I'm
Atticus
sorry.
Doom?
Atticus Doom, love him. He's cool looking. I kind of like Nemo. Then again, I don't know.
Oh, so speaking of being overwhelmed by toys, I started a Whatnot account. Because
Oh,
I've been
really?
watching people doing like live auctions of Pokemon stuff,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I have some stuff, if would people be interested in watching like a live auction, it'd literally be like in the app, just me like this, and I'll be like, hey, this is the toy, and I'm gonna start it at this price. And then, I started in the app, there's like a 30-second timer, and people just press a button and bid up the next amount.
Wow.
And I think every time you bid, it adds 3 seconds on the timer. So if you want to try and snipe it, or keep bidding it, and there's more time. So
So you can't snipe, really, because it'll add more time. It'll give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3 seconds in the last, if you add it on the last second. So I thought maybe that'd be a new way to try selling this stuff, but it's kind of hard if you don't have a following. But then I feel like I don't get that many responses when I post it on IG. So I don't know, maybe because there's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about doing it live on the show.
Oh,
like
on here?
Yeah, not on this show, but like on another Instagram. Like, just go live and just do it. Like, hey,
I've
I'm
seen
going
people
live
do
Tuesday
that.
and I'm selling shit. You know what I mean?
I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
You might need someone to record the sales, but like Whatnot is the whole platform. People have accounts and their addresses and PayPal setup, so it's just all done through that way.
I could not believe the presence that they had at New York Comic Con, man. It was huge. They were handing out tons of like bags, and they had live stuff going on, and there was people gathered around. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this thing, man? Like, and somebody was explaining it to me, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, there's everything. Like I'm looking at Pokemon cards, there's action figures, sports memorabilia, things like that. But at Toronto Fan Expo, they had a huge, I think Fan Expo, the most like spectacular booth in terms of flashiness was Whatnot.
Yeah.
It had these mirrors with neon lights, and it was very like Instagrammable. People were taking photos and doing that. And then there was like a vending machine, and you take turns
the vending machine
getting a prize, trying to win something. So,
but they had like 3 guys with mics up there, and they were like doing like live auctions or something like that. It was
probably
very like it was like when you used to go to the stores and they had those Ginsu knives and they're trying to sell you that shit. It was just like that. It was like everybody was just like enthralled. You know what I mean? Like it's like, what is going on? I heard some. I can't remember which way it went. Like whether it was advantage the buyer or advantage the seller, but I heard like a negative connotation about it one way or the other. I don't remember which way it was though. Like it's not very good for sellers. I don't remember. I don't know. I haven't tried it myself. So yeah.
Bad Wolf Media says, I do see your post when you're selling on IG, Kev, if that helps. I'm just broke. Thank you. Hang in there. Bad Wolf Media. Thank you for, at least I know my reach, my IG reach is still there.
Yeah, I started a whole new IG account just to sell stuff, just to put it up there and have it up there.
Oh, did you?
I'll share it on mine. Because at one point I'm like, hey, maybe I'll sell some stuff like at wholesale, like Mythic Legions or something else. And the more I looked into running like even like a marginal toy store, it's a nightmare. Like it's just something you want to dip your toe into. It's something
it's
you
not
gotta go
worth it.
Full fledged, and even then it's not worth it probably. So
yeah. Like the margins aren't huge. I've seen a lot of Canadian e-tailers kind of go under lately.
Yeah.
Dom says Whatnot brought Ethan Page to NYCC on Friday.
Shit.
Is that the guy from Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
The actor from Umbrella? No.
Isn't it?
That's the wrestler.
Oh no, that's Ellen. That's no, it's
Elliot
Page.
Yes. No, Ethan Page was in Toronto for wrestling, and then he did a Toys R Us hunt, and then in the Discord, that I was like, oh, is that Umbrella Academy? Because I really don't do wrestling, but I watched that video. It was a lot of fun. Those guys seem cool, like toy collectors, most of them. Yeah, I mean, what did you start your new IG account for selling already?
Yeah, I've had it up there for a while. It's called Minton Box. It's a play on a name. Stupid. But like, I just share it to once. I just didn't want to clutter my feed with like sales
Yeah.
posts. You know what I mean? So I just tried this and put it up there. And a few things have sold, but there's not a lot of visibility. I don't really push it all that much. So I've just gone back to eBay and Mercari. Mercari, I sold a Lego set, and a guy was like, I want to do this. There's like a local, I don't think I've ever done local pickup with eBay before. I know they have it, but like, he's like, oh, I want to buy this, but I want to do this like the local pickup way. And it's through like an Uber or something like that. Uber.
Oh, really?
Lyft or something. Yeah, so basically somebody shows up your house and you hand over the product and then they deliver it. The guy was
No, that
like,
sounds like a scam. Don't do it.
Oh, I know, man. I was
No.
just like, because I told the guy, I'm like, I don't know about these. It's like, yeah,
No.
it happens. Or I do it all the time. It's fine. I'm in Smithtown. I know where Smithtown is, so I'm like, I mean, this could be bullshit, but I took pictures of every aspect of that. Like when I put it in the guy's trunk, I took a picture of it in the trunk. I took a picture of his license plate. I'm like, no offense, man, but like, seems weird. And like 20 minutes later, it said, hey, your product's been delivered and your money's been released. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard
it's fucked up though. It was a little weird.
people message on like Facebook Messenger, like, "Oh, I can't get there, but can I send an Uber and I'll pay you first, and then you give it to the Uber."
Yeah, no,
driver."
this is a thing through Mercari that you can do.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's not. Hey, would you hand it to this guy who's going to come to your house? No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay.
It's a
that's
service
good
that they use.
We don't
through
have
one of these
Mercari
services.
here, so
Yeah.
We'll I mean, I'll give Whatnot a try once I gather everything I want to get rid of.
I'm gonna look into it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll post a link. I'll post a link on my IG stories. Do you have anything else that you want to open? We've been going for, a little while.
I love doing this with you, man. It's fun.
Me
I
too.
just like talking to you. Like the opening is great. Just talking to you. No, but not really. I mean, I have stuff, but like, I don't know how much more you want to do. You're probably getting tired. People are probably getting tired of us.
They're getting tired of me on my channel. I love it. They're like, I'm out of here.
Maybe
When's the
me. I
next-
don't know. It's like, let's get the next guy on.
What else was there? Star Wars. We talked about Andor for a little bit.
What do you? Let me ask you
X-Men
this.
cards.
What do you think? What's your take on? Because you do some toy photography. What's your take on art? Because there's a lot of stuff on IG right now that everybody's posting the new
On
AI
art.
art, and I don't condone it. I don't like it, but I don't know enough about it to know. Because I know it's basically aggregating a bunch of other people's work and quote unquote learning from it.
Right.
But I've seen some stuff where somebody did it to like some of my work. They called it out and said like, hey, I did this just so you know. But I don't like the fact that it's out there. Like, but you look at it and like, I could see where an element or two here, not pulled directly, but like taken from it, like borrowed from it. It's weird, man. I don't like it. I don't like automating art or writing or anything like that they're talking about, but it's like you can't, like, once you put something out there, you can't pull it back. You know what I mean? Like it's very easy to give people something and it's impossible to take it back. So it's out there. And I think saying no AI art, I'm not sure. I get the sentiment. I just feel like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Nobody's going to stop it. You know what I mean? It's a thing.
Well, I
now,
think,
man.
So if you're watching this and you don't know, like, a lot of people have been posting selfies, I guess, of themselves in different art styles, and the premise is that an AI
That's one thing. Yeah.
studying one form, but I think that's the most prevalent thing that's happening on social media in the last week or so. And the premise of that AI is it's taking art styles from different artists and putting, I don't know how it's done, putting a twist on it on your photo that you've submitted, charging you money for these photos. They're learning from other artists for for that kind of stuff.
It's not the using your image thing, like even the image that you used on, like I did that on an earlier version of something like that just, but it was more of like a filter, like it filtered your face and made it look
Yeah.
like it was painting.
Mhm.
No problem. It didn't put me in a medieval garb or anything like that. It didn't do any of that stuff, which is what this latest the Lensa thing is doing.
Yeah.
But even that is like, that's fun. It's taking your face, it's putting it in something. Maybe you're saying, I want to be I don't even know if I haven't done it yet, so I don't know if you ask it for things. I think it just spits out a bunch of things, for
Yeah.
you. Like, you're a superhero here, or you're a medieval lord there, or something like that.
A baron.
It's more the stuff that I saw using my work and Nate Barch, that who does the artwork for Mythic Legions and the Masters of the Universe packaging and stuff like that. And I wouldn't have known that it had anything to do with me or him, quite frankly, if I had seen it. But it is like, it looks like somebody, like somebody said, like, give me Santa Claus by Frank Frazetta, and it put this big medieval, throne with this Santa, you know what I mean? That was like kind of a little ripped, and then a Frazetta-esque, background in it, which was very like painterly and abstract and stuff. I would know that was not Frazetta, because it wasn't well composed. But
Right.
like, it was okay. You know what I mean? It was interesting. Like, and I'm like, but he had like 6 fingers. Like, I think that's the problem that they're having right now. It's like people have like, errant pinkies and shit like that. But like, where does it end? Like, I mean, how do you, do you use that to create like a book cover or something like that? And you're using like other people's artwork, or it's supposedly learning from other people, but I don't know. It's a very slippery slope, man. I don't know how we start outsourcing art and writing to artificial intelligence. Skynet is 5 years away.
I mean, I've, on this toy journey, had the privilege of meeting a lot of artists along the way. They collect too, right? And a lot of them are friends. And I can't speak to that based on the kind of stuff that's happening now, because it's not me in that position. But it seems like if you don't speak up about it, there are people who keep posting. Like, I've seen a lot of people post, like, say no to AI art because it's stealing the art, the artwork from certain people without their permission, like it's their livelihood. And I still see people like, oh, guess what I just did? I just got here are my photos. And it's like, okay, so it's social media. You're not going to reach everybody. So that's why you got to keep talking about it. I don't think I'm in a position to say how it affects those artists. I mean, RMD here says their Lensa or whatever is paying. Are you saying the AI people are paying for those images to use it in their AI, or people like a consumer is paying to get AI images generated? Because if they're just taking the art style from the artist and they're not seeing a dime of that money, then that's a huge red flag, right?
Yeah, I think maybe he's saying that they're paying for it. It's not just a matter of like, because I kind of dismissed that. It's like, I'm okay with that, but they're actually paying for it, and then they're pulling work from other people. But I have not seen. I have to do more research, because my initial understanding was that it's like, go out and like, if I say I want this to look like Pokemon in Frazetta style. You know what I mean? And then it'll go out and it'll pull some things from a Frazetta painting, like the background, and it'll pull something from a Pokemon shot and make it look as if it has dimension or something like that to match the Frazetta style. But from what I understand is it's actually like, it's been learning, like, this is what Frazetta does, and it's going to create it from scratch. I mean, all you're doing is it's pixels. You know what I mean? It's not like it has to paint something with physical media. It's just pushing around pixels. So, like, it could do that, and you could look at Pokemon in Frazetta style and not even be able to call back oh, that's that shot from this guy who did this picture of Pokemon, or that's
Yeah.
a part of a Frazetta painting. It may not be part of a Frazetta painting. It just learned that this is what a Frazetta painting
Right.
sort of entails. So how do you? I don't know, man. Like, I'm torn because I don't want to see my work done with that. And not that, like, you know, it's worse for people who are actually, you know, making a living as illustrators and things like that. But it's weird, man. It's a weird thing. I haven't really gotten around to like posting that no AI because I just don't feel like I know much about it. I was just wondering what people in the chat thought about it, because I know there's a lot of people here. I didn't mean to get too deep. Especially
No, I mean,
like
it's
the
a fair
final topic.
and it's you know, it's happening right now as we speak. And again, like I said, there are people here who are artists, right? A lot of illustrators and stuff. So I think it pertains to those people. Which one?
Brick something said, what Rad Tyologist said, they build databases of artist work, including just stuff pulled from the web. Of course. For the AI, of course, to learn from, yes. The artists have no say if they're inside data. But here's the thing. I'm going to play devil's advocate on this, and I don't like it, okay, on the surface. But there's a phrase, you know, good artists borrow, great artists steal. And every person that you know the names of, Picasso, Rembrandt, even back to that point, they learned by copying other masters, you know, people that came before them. They literally sometimes just like, that's what you did. You copied other people's work until you got to the point where you knew what you were doing in terms of light, shade, whatever. And then you created your own style after that, which in toy photography, it's the same thing. You know, I know a ton of people, when I started out, people were doing what Sergeant Banana was doing, you know what I mean? Practical with explosions and stuff like that in the background. And then they eventually, if they wanted to do more, graduated into another style. So how is that different than a computer learning, like, you know, well, this is a fantasy art style, has this soft back focus. And, you know, if somebody says, I want a fantasy art, you know,
yeah, no,
Batman,
it's
how do you do, you know, oh, I'm going to look up Batman, what that looks like. And I'm going to look up fantasy art and what that looks like. And I'm going to create that. I don't know.
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, like if you said, can you draw me this superhero with a cape? And I want it to look like how, for example, say Todd McFarlane would draw a Batman cape.
Right.
So, and
but
an
it's
artist,
Thor as Todd McFarlane would do it, right? And the AI looks at Todd McFarlane's style and said, well, Todd McFarlane does these high contrast colors with these crazy folds and stuff, and it puts that together. I don't know if it's copying, taking pieces of Todd McFarlane's previous work, or just saying this is how it goes and drawing it. I don't know that much.
Oh yeah, here's the next part. Is that different from human learning from other artists? But yes, this is an AI owned by a corporation who's selling product that relies on others' art to make their dollar bills.
But aren't I emulate Frank's Frazetta. I was gonna say Frank Zappa. Frank Frazetta.
Sinatra.
I'm getting tired.
Okay, we'll wrap it up soon.
Frank Frazetta, and I don't copy him. I mean, yes, I've done some homages to him that are literally copies of his work, but I've taken a lot of data and information from him, you know, and incorporated it in my thinking.
Your brain computer.
So how is that? I mean, it sucks because, you know, we have to do it manually and learn it, and the computer can calculate this stuff like anything. Like if you give a math problem to a human and you give a math problem to a computer, you know, the human is going to take 10 minutes to do it if it's a trigonometry, and the computer is going to have it in 2 seconds. So like, it sucks, but like, is it, I mean, we've gotten to that point, man. Is it wrong? Like, is it wrong that, you know, robots are doing people's work in factories and things like that?
Black Mirror. No,
it is Black Mirror. It is
Black
totally
Mirror.
Black Mirror, man. Totally, yeah.
But like someone, I think I've heard that a lot before. If you want to start drawing, I think maybe a Chamba talking about, like, find an artist that you like, or even you know, 796 talking about cheeseburgering things, right? With
Yes,
High School
right.
Creation. The man who made the hamburger I forget what the quote was exactly. It was smart, but the man who made the cheeseburger was a genius because he took that and you learned from it, made it a new thing, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I've heard them talk like find an artist or somebody that you admire, try to emulate that, and you're
Then
learning
add.
it's yourself, and then you can change or find what works, what you like, what you don't like, things like that. Is it the unfair advantage of a computer with the processing power, that can do all of this stuff over a short period of time without putting in the skill and the learning and being able to produce that work? And you're right, people can learn art from other people and sell their works too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know you can see it all over the place. You can look at people on DeviantArt that like this guy's like basically doing Boris Vallejo work. You know what I mean? It's just like he's changing the subjects, but it's like it's the same style, or whatever, whatever it is. And like Rad Toyologist is saying, but the AI can only learn from directly learning from the original pictures, lots of pictures, rather than just an artist imitating. But that is an artist imitating. That is learning from various different forms of art. I mean, yes, it sucks that you could just say to that same AI, hey, paint something from Vermeer that looks like Vermeer, but it's, Batman as Vermeer would do it, or paint, me in a Frank Frazetta painting, and it can do both.
Right.
Whereas a human, well, I haven't studied that style. I have to study that style, then maybe I can emulate it. But, the computer can instantly extrapolate it. It's not always good. I mean, that's the problem. It's not always good. And I am not a proponent of this. So like anybody who's thinking that I am, I'm just playing devil's advocate. So that's all.
I think it's
an interesting topic.
It is a discussion, right? Because it's not, I don't know. I don't think it's that black and white, but maybe people who are artists, people who are illustrators, people that this affects do see it more black and white. And I would love to hear more from that. I'm just trying to see if there's anything in the chat I can add to this.
Trevor with the pearl earring.
Trevor
Yoko
wants AI
says,
to take over your jobs.
Yoko says their cheeseburger theory also mentioned giving proper credit to the person behind the hamburger. But did they? I mean, again, like all the, anybody who's learned painting and again, all the old masters would be put into a class. If they were formally taught, they would say, copy this Michelangelo painting. You know what I mean? And you're going to learn something from copying the Michelangelo painting. Now, hopefully you're not going to leave the class and just go out and paint Michelangelo copies. You're going to like take that and you're going to add on to that and create a new style. Those are the people who are remembered. AI will not be remembered for creating anything new. It's going to be a new image, but it probably is not going to create a new style. That's the difference. But there are tons of people making a living being second-rate Frank Frazettas. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean second-rate in that they're bad, but they're not. They're doing Frank Frazetta's style, but they're doing it different because Frank Frazetta is not around anymore. I'm really tired. I'm not that tired, but I'm tired. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you have to give credit, but do you? I don't know.
Oh, Brick Something says, Kev, wait till the AI creates YouTube content.
Dude,
I'm out.
Totally. Absolutely will happen. Absolutely will happen.
No.
It's already writing stories.
Say no to AI YouTube toy content.
I wish it would create shorts for me because I hate doing shorts.
The bacon cheeseburger creator is a legend. Hell yeah.
That's Refan says AI will do Frank Sinatra next. I'm sure it already has.
We need AI to do a review of 89 Batman. You guys are stupid.
Stupid.
Oh, I need to screenshot this.
All right, the bottom line is, though, Kevin, you have to buy more Mythic Legions. That's the bottom line. That's of all this.
I mean,
that's all there is to it.
This came out of nowhere. The Father Christmas.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? The Krampus was tempting me. Was that last year?
You didn't get Krampus?
No, I didn't. And it's funny because I was playing Call of Duty at the time. They have a Christmas event that has a Krampus running around in the game. I still didn't get it.
Oh, really?
Headless Horseman is cool. but I don't know. I didn't think I needed it. Santa Claus was perfect timing, had some extra money coming in, and I'm like,
Plus,
yeah.
you don't have to put that in the room. You can put that upstairs with the family. It's one less
Yes.
thing to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Collection.
Oh God, this floor. McDonald's is a real genius. They sell hamburgers and cheeseburgers. We know McDonald's, but we don't know those two other folks. There you go.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I don't have kids, and you do. Like, I do not envy these kids who are gonna be, in their formative years, 30s, in 20 years, 25 years, because it's gonna be impossible to tell what the fuck is real and what is not. It's already to the point where you can see a video and you can go, "Wow, he said that." It's like, no, he didn't say that. That was digitally done.
Oh, man.
It's nuts, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
That's
Like,
right.
look at Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones. Like, you don't even have to be. You can be 80 years old and you can be playing a 30-year-old in a movie. Like, you don't even have to.
Oh yeah, I saw some of those in the trailer. Those scenes.
It's cool, but it's crazy, man.
Some people are in the future are going to be like, James Earl Jones said this as Darth Vader. No,
Yeah.
it was Hayden Christensen with a voice changer
Mhm.
and voice modified to sound like
Mhm.
James Earl Jones. Nobody will know.
Nope.
What kind of world will that be?
And I gotta say, I love it. I mean, I loved when Luke. I cheered when I saw Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever, man. Because I really wanted to see that character back in that at that age in a live movie, and he
Mhm.
was there, and it was like, more, please, more. Yes, definitely more.
I saw this video, Matthew. It was terrible. I've seen a video of someone using AI to write a Drake song, and they copied and pasted the lyrics to have the audio synthesized.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
I saw like 10 seconds of it and I turned it off. I'm like, do we need AI for this?
no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is like everywhere you look, Facebook, IG.
Mhm.
It's like, here's my AI generated 10 photos that I paid money for.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's your face. But I'm seeing, like, again, like, I saw some stuff that was, the person said they were just using it for inspiration, which is fine. But now they posted it to social media, so now it's out there. And again, I
Mhm.
didn't see too much relationship to my original work, but it was fed in there. It's weird. It's
That's
weird.
cool. Send it. We can I'd like to take a look at that.
Yeah.
You can be dead and still be in Star Wars. Yeah, Bad Wolf, good point. It's good to have conversations civilly.
Oh yeah.
That's what we try to keep it here. Sure. That's why you are all awesome. Right?
Exactly. Something that is not computer generated is my calendar here that I still have like about 30 of, and they're going quick. So if you want a 2023 calendar with all sorts of cool Mythic Legions, because they're the greatest toy line in existence.
You hear that, kids?
Hey, kids, get your calendar here. Paper calendar. Come on, paper calendar. You don't need one of those digital calendars.
They're like, what do you do with this? You look at it?
That's what,
dude,
that's what I
on the
said.
wall?
Like, I said, like, nobody's gonna buy a calendar. Like, people said you should put a calendar. I'm like, who buys paper calendars anymore? There's people in the mall. Like, you walk by that booth and you go, who buys these things? These dachshunds and things like that. Like, who buys these things?
Hey,
People like them.
No, Chinese grocery stores, it's like customary to give out this like wall calendar.
Yes.
It's usually like a word or like a design, and then like the paper down below that you just rip off. So
from month to
people
month,
still do that, but it's a good way like to have. Is it 12?
It's 12 months.
11, 13,
12,
13.
12
Why am I
images,
having
so,
trouble?
like,
with
you
how many
can,
months
like,
it is?
yeah, it's 12 months in a year, Kev.
I'm like 11, 13.
So there's
So
one
close.
image every month. So like when you're done with a year, you could cut these out and put them on the wall if you wanted to, or whatever.
Yeah, you get a rotating.
Line your budgie cage with them or something like that. I don't know.
It's a way to have Trevor's artwork up in your home while also keeping track of your pre-orders. You
That's
can write
right.
some,
You can literally put down when things are due, and then
you should have a call out on your website. Track your pre-orders the old school way.
and then it'd be really cool if next year I could put actually when things are coming out, but that would be pointless, really.
Of you printing it out? No, it's got to
Yeah,
be...
like Batman 89 due to ship. You know what I mean? Like May 15th. You know what I mean? It's like
on this day in 2020, Batman
Or I
89
could-
was
or I
supposed
could-
to come out.
I could call out when the pre-order went live. Pre-order for Batman 89 went live 2020 3 years ago today, 2021.
Oh my god. Did you get that Beast Kingdom Keaton Batman?
No, I didn't. Beast Kingdom, I've had some. I mean, the scale is off, so
Yeah.
yeah. They're good figures. I just yeah. that
No,
scale's
just
off,
curious
so,
if you got
yeah.
that or not.
Who said-
I
what,
have my Hot Toys, so I'm good for now.
Bad Wolf Media. Although I'll add, Trevor's absolutely wrong on his view of Long Shot. No, I'm not. Long Shot sucked. Long Shot was the Scrappy Doo of the X-Men, man. Sorry,
Scrappy Doo or Dude?
Scrappy Doo.
Scrappy Doo.
Scrappy Doo. Yeah.
Oh boy. Hot take right here. You cannot use this for pre-orders, Kevin. It only goes out to 12 months. Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Not for
Do that
Mezco.
when you're... and it's a good way to enable people to get Mythic Legions, because honestly, your Father Christmas shots were, they tempt me all the time. Your photos tempt me all the time for Mythic Legions, but this one really, really did its job this time.
Good.
So I'm not kissing.
I know.
Kissing
I know.
your-
You're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, I know
not
what
just because you're here, but like I actually
I
do enjoy and really.
It's cool
Where
when
is it?
people say that that like got them to buy it. And the Headless Horseman was, I got a lot of that. Like, I wasn't going to get this, or this wasn't something, or this was my first Mythic Legions because I love this picture.
Yeah.
And it's cool to hear that. And I basically just say, tell the Four Horsemen that, but they know. I mean, they know.
You need your referral code.
Yeah, I know.
Type in 16 shooter, all one word.
Get your
with the
discount.
code. Yeah, get a discount at checkout. No, but seriously, you know me. You've tried hard to get me to.
I've sent you them,
You sent
and
me.
I may send more. So
You've sent me a night.
I'll get you. Pretty.
I will get you.
Get
But
you.
I've resisted. I've got some in that time. I've sold
know.
some because I didn't need them. But this one definitely, you definitely got me with this one. So
Well,
have your
maybe
cake.
the figure obscura is more your, like if they do some interesting things and they're not, because I mean, I think that's a lot of people say the same thing. Like, I'd love to get into Mythic Legions, but there's so much people are completists, or they want certain key characters, and like those key characters are going for $400, $500 on eBay now at this point. So, I keep saying, like, just get into them now when there's a pre-order, and don't worry about it. There's going to be plenty. They've got a 5-year plan for more figures, man. There's going to be tons of stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I get the completist attitude, but you can still jump into it and be fulfilled, because they're just great figures, and you can just have fun with them. You don't have to have everything. I love Marvel Legends. I don't have every Marvel Legend. I couldn't possibly have every Marvel Legend. So just don't think of it that way. You don't have to get, all the figures, but they're great. They're great figures. And it's a great company.
They've been sculpting forever.
Mhm.
And it shows in the work. Trevor is trying really hard to get a heartfelt last ditch enabling effort here to everyone before we sign off and listen to some Frank Sinatra.
I'm contractually obligated to finish up by selling more Mythic Legions.
Well, you got one, you got two, me and Bearded Builds here.
There you
So you can tell
Where was this?
the
Wait a
Four
minute, what was
Horsemen
that?
there.
Matthew,
one?
you guys have said Mezco so much. Did we see Fabster?
No,
did
we
not see
haven't seen
Fabster.
Fabster.
It's weird. Yeah. Very
We
strange.
haven't. Trevor,
Yes.
you've got, what have you got going on? You have your live stream.
Mhm.
let everyone know what day, what time, when.
So every other Friday we have the 1/6 pack. We're gonna go live tomorrow. They've got a lot to talk about. They actually teased the hot toy of the end scene Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they kind of let it slip in an ad somewhere. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be my hot toy Spider-Man right there. Padme and Anakin. Anakin looks incredible. Do I need a third one? Tune in tomorrow. Fourth one. Find out. And then Monday, Legion's Lounge. So we do Mondays pretty much every other Monday, but you really should subscribe and hit the alarm, the bell, because we go live randomly sometimes. We're going to do our top 5 Legions of the year with some special guests giving their top 5. We're going to go over your top 5. And yeah.
My top 5?
Yours. Yes, Kevin. Your top 5.
Oh,
I'm going to send you the link.
Pylon.
Yeah. Father Christmas, Father Christmas, Father Christmas. The horse. Father Christmas.
The horse. Jahorse.
It's 2 years ago, but that's okay. When am I going to do the 1/12 pack show? Yeah, I know. I know, Richie. I really do want to talk about more stuff. I do envy people like this show that you guys get to talk about anything, but I'm thinking about doing maybe like a lunchtime thing or something like that where I can just talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Go subscribe to Trevor's YouTube. I should have it linked here in the video description under. Oh no, I don't. I gotta go fix that.
It's just
But
1/6 shooter. Like you can look up 1/6 shooter. I think I'm the only 1/6 shooter on YouTube. It's youtube.com/1/6 shooter. You'll find me.
Awesome. And make sure you're following over on the Instagram as well. And where can people order Mythic Legions? I know you're contractually obligated to shout that out.
Not from me yet, but I will tell you right now. There are some. If you flick back to my Instagram for a sec, there's some amazing figures coming up in this Necronominus wave, and you can get them like the Beluolith right there on the right there. Yeah, this figure's so good, so good. They're the cheapest you can ever get them right now. I don't make any money from saying this, but they are amazing figures, and I just want to see people get them in hand, and because that's what happened to me. I got one in hand, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is incredible!"
Yeah, I think they said the best price is to pre-order it now through them.
Yep. And if you don't like them, they're easy to sell full price, if not a little bit extra. So like it's a no-brainer that if you're Mythic curious, just order them.
No, that's a very fair point, because
it's true.
If you're on the fence, I mean, I've gotten a few and I was able to sell them for at the very
making
least
money.
by the price I got it for. So give it a shot. Richie says insane value for the price. I couldn't agree more. Respect the shooter. You know, shooter's gonna shoot. Shooter's gonna shoot. Right, Mario?
Shoot my shot.
There you go. You did. You shot your shot with 4 horsemen, and sometimes that's how it is. You gotta be a little bit forward, respectfully.
Absolutely.
Let me see the last comment here. My brother wants a NECA Mezco, but do they contain PVC? I don't know.
Holy moly! Now that can't be the last comment. That is a whole other. No. I don't think that's PVC anymore, man. I don't think they're using PVC. Is that cheap ass stuff that they used in the 80s? That was, I don't think it's PVC. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, this will be the last comment.
Okay.
They're top-notch toys by Legions. Great to hear you all kick it and open toys. Good stuff. Thank you, Brick Something. Thank you to Trevor for hanging out. We
final wrap up. That's a buy. Sure.
What's your favorite one that you've opened tonight?
I think this guy, man. I think this is really cool. I mean, Spider-Man, I already have a Spider-Man, but this is different. And I mean, 6-8 heads, whatever the hell it is, man. It's nuts, man. It's cool. Could be a cool line. Sure.
Yeah. I think Saint Nick over here. What's the difference between the Saint Nick? Okay, maybe that's another stream, but I think this guy's cool with the
Father Christmas. It's Father Christmas. It's the classic Victorian turn of the century. Yeah.
Got the CJ cloak.
Amalgam of Father Christmas. Yeah.
Yes.
CJ cloak is insane. Those cuffs are wired. The
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
wired. It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
They're both of them over at CJ.
Yes. This is my favorite one tonight.
Flynn,
Everyone.
Christian.
Yeah. The whole what a team. What a team.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Next week we'll have a Toy Migo or multiple Toy Migos. That's the 22nd. And on the 29th is the channel member episode. There will be the giveaways for Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man and the Super 7 Ultimates Muckman. And some channel members are going to come on and hang out and do some unboxings. I have a chance to chat with some people. And stay tuned to have another video I'm going to edit later, and it'll be coming up soon. I'm going to try to have more pre-recorded videos going forward on the channel. So if you're still here, please do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe, because I hope if you watch 3 hours, you want to come back, that would be great.
Wow, 3 hours.
Yeah, it's some Sinatra time. But yes, chat. Thank you, Trevor. A pleasure as always.
Thanks, man.
And
Appreciate it.
hope to see you back soon. And everyone have a great night. Go watch Toy Migos. Toy Migos Butter Raid.
Oh, Toy Migos. Yeah.
Have a good night and keep toying around. Peace.